The Jacksonville Icemen against the Florida Everblades this evening. The Icemen 1-1 at home, 0-3 on the road. That includes a pair of losses at Florida, neither of which were pretty. They played in Estero on Saturday night. It ended up being a 4-0 shutout loss for the Icemen. Florida, not only are they winning, but they are just convincingly coming out of the gates. They have outscored their opponents 25-7 in the first 5 games of the year. The Icemen, about the opposite. They have only scored 7 goals in their 5 combined games. 4 of them were in their 1 victory. So the Icemen, for them, a quick start is of the utmost importance tonight. They've only had one game in which they've had a lead this year, and they got off to a hot start in that one. That was the home opener against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. They will be looking for something very similar tonight to try and put Florida in a position where they are defending and trying to catch up. It's something they have not done all season long. Your referee tonight, Alex Normandin, he drops the puck. The Everblades control, and we are underway as Jared Van Warmer immediately gets a body check away on Michael Downing, and the Icemen throw the puck into the neutral zone where the Everblades take control, and they'll skate up the right wing side. Centering feed goes right through the slot. Logan Rowe couldn't get there, and with the net off of its moorings, and goaltender Eamon McAdam spilled behind the play, as well as a Jacksonville defenseman. Actually, it looks like it might be Van Wormer, who is slow to get up inside his own net. He does now get up and finally skates back towards the bench, and we'll have a stoppage in play just 21 seconds in. The puck never did cross over the line. I believe McAdam actually made the save while sprawled out in front of his goal line. And a quick line change for the Icemen, at least with Van Wormer heading to the bench. Draws to Eamon McAdam's left. Everblades win it. They'll play it D to Downing. Wrister in a screen, and a stick stave is made. McAdam will cover it up, and will draw it to his right side this time. The Icemen with several new faces out there. Not quite like last year, where it seemed like it was a new lineup, almost like a new opening day every home game to start the year last year, but definitely some new faces. One of them out there right now. This is Christopher Brown making his Icemen debut. He split last year between the American Hockey League and ECHL's Wheeling Nailers, and he will win the draw. He'll get it into Florida territory. Logan Rowe being back-checked by Matt Marquardt. Feeds to the right side for Kyle Neuber. Neuber will flip it in behind the net of McAdam, and the Everblades are first on the puck. Centering feed deflects up into the air. Forced to make a save as McAdam. It is held in at the blue line by LeBlanc. Behind the net for Neuber. Centering feed right in the blue paint, and it's swept away by Jason Binkley for Jacksonville. Marquardt with a lead pass out of the reach of Brendan Warren. No icing here. Will play on as the Icemen move into forecheck, and they will steal the puck. In the high slot on his backhand, getting it poke checked away at the last moment, was Derek Lodermeyer, as the Icemen collected at their own blue line. Jack Ashan, watch out for him. Speedy defenseman, only 5'8", but a lot of skill. This is only his 2nd professional game. A lot of hype for him. He is a Boston Bruins product, Ashan is. Sort of in the Torrey Krug mold is Ashan, as the Icemen try to get the puck out of their own zone. They can't do it yet. At the right point, holding it in is Atwall. To the left side, it's Cody Soul. Shot is deflected towards net. It is blocked by Ashan. Rebound comes loose, and a score for Hebig, and it is 1-0 Everblades, just like that. Not even 2 minutes into the contest. At 1:51, Cameron Hebig gets his 3rd goal of the year, and the Icemen, yet again, will have to try and come from behind. Something that they definitely did not want in this one, but they will have to do it if they want to try and get back into the win column. Just a loose puck at the left faceoff circle. Hebig was first on it, used the defenseman as a screen, and got it underneath the blocker, or underneath the glove, rather, of Eamon McAdam. Assisting on the play are Blake Winicky and Tommy Marchin at 1:51. And the Icemen bring it into Florida territory. Trying to shoot on goal is McKinnon. He'll have to track it down on the corner left wing side. Cross ice, it is McKernan with a wrister, intentionally wide. It goes off the back of the net for Craig Martin for the Icemen. Martin stops at the left faceoff circle, flips it to McKernan, takes the shot, whistles wide of the net on the short side. Centering feed, blocked in front. Martin tries to get a stick on it, pulled loose by the Everblades, and skating out with it is Alex Kyle. Kyle gains the red line before tossing it in on the forehand. It is Levko Koper first on the puck. Looking to center, it is stood up high by the Icemen. 2-on-2, they'll skate out. Saracino got hit up high by Logan Rowe. And Michael Downing will circle the back of his net and accelerate through the neutral zone, getting it out to center ice. Kyle dropping it back for Rowe. Rowe for Downing, deep in his own end. Back for Rowe once more, who shifts away. Shifts away from a forechecker for the Iceman, Jared Van Wormer. Offside will be called against Florida. But an early lead already for the Everblades. Cameron Hebig with his third goal. Florida, again, they've averaged 5 goals a game, and they're allowing less than a goal and a half a game. You're going to win a lot with those kind of numbers. It does not help that out of the Icemen's first 16 games on the schedule, half of them, 8 of them, are against this Everblades squad. So they've got to find a way to beat this team at some point. Somebody has to find a way to beat this team anyway. As the Everblades try to clear out, it is poked away and out to the red line. Jacksonville takes over from there. Andrew Pesky drifts back into his own end, feeds it for Christopher Brown. Brown for Warren, who will sweep it in on the forehand. Cooley, Devin Cooley, the goaltender for Florida. Gets it up the left side for Powell. Logan Rowe to the right. Trying to shift away from Ashawn. Well defended there by Jack Ashawn. Puck comes loose for Florida. Slips towards goal where it's sticked aside by McAdam, the goaltender for the Icemen. Brown tries to knock it loose. It comes to LeBlanc for Florida. Drop pass for McCarron. His shot is blocked. LeBlanc gets it back on the backhand. Tries to shift away from Brendan Warren, and he'll flip it into the open corner. Florida with Tommy Marchand. Waiting for a line change here is Marchand. It's all Florida right now in the early going of this contest. McCarron at the right point. Has it blocked and played out to center ice. Warren spills a man, but we will play on as Matt Petgrave brings it right back into the zone. McCarron's pass is blocked. Chipping and chasing after it is Michael Kim, the defenseman leading the rush. The referee gets in the way. Kim with a body check, trying to get the puck loose for Matt Philippe, making his home debut for Jacksonville, as is Jack Ashawn. They both made their Icemen and professional debuts, and a breakaway for Florida. It's Blake Winicky, forehand and a score. It's 2-0 Everblades. We're not even 5 minutes into this contest, and the Icemen have got to regroup. Winicky at .440. And for Blake Winicky, it's his second goal of the year. We'll wait for the assists on this one. Just the one assist on the play. It's going to be to Cameron Hebig, who now has a goal and an assist. And the Icemen have got to solve the Florida Everblades. Nobody has done it yet this year, and here comes Florida again. Stick save is made by McAdam. Rebound up high for the Icemen. They'll get it to center ice. Over the blue line is McKinnon. From a sharp angle and a delayed penalty coming on the Everblades. It will be a power play for the Icemen. Hooking will be the call against Florida. And a pivotal man advantage for the Icemen in the early going. Exactly 5 minutes into this game. The specialty teams, well, Florida, as you can imagine, they're pretty much perfect there too. First in the league on the power play and literally perfect on the penalty kill. They are 22 for 22 on the penalty kill this year. The Icemen on the power play, 11.1%. That's good for 8th out of the 13-team league. And they need this one. They've only scored 1 goal against Florida in these 2 games previous to this one, and of course in the first 5 minutes here tonight. Jacksonville on the power play. We'll start with Ashawn, Warren, and Van Wormer over the blue line. The Icemen are onside. They play the puck behind the Florida net. Van Wormer will be first on it. Feeding it to Zmatula. Tried to get it to the point, but there was nobody there. Florida will get the steal and clear. Playing it up ahead is Eamon McAdam for Jack Ashawn. Ashawn slowly through the neutral zone. Lead pass ahead is deflected out of play. Saracino tried to deflect it into the zone, but instead he deflected it over the glass. And the draw will be in the neutral zone. Still plenty of time on this power play, 1:19 to go. It is Levko Koper in the box for the Everblades. Hooking is the call. Jacksonville sends out Brown with Aaron Nazarian and Matt Marquardt. At the blue line, Jason Binkley, Kevin McKernan now, your defenseman. And Florida will dump it the length of the pond again. McAdam leaves it for McKernan, who circles the back of his cage. He'll start the rush for the Icemen. Feeding to the left for Nazarian. Nazarian gains the red line before a quick snap into the zone. Binkley first on it to the blue line for McKernan. McKernan cross ice to the left circle for Nazarian. Nazarian cross ice. It is deflected over the glass and out of play by the Everblades. And a nice catch by a fan as well in the fourth row, wearing the K9 Fang jersey. Right next to his significant other, who has a Wacy Rabbit jersey, which I love to see. Unfortunately, it might be the only Wacy Rabbit sighting we have tonight. Wacy not in the lineup. Injured on Saturday against Florida and not in the lineup this evening. A big loss for the Icemen. It's Jared Van Wormer on the draw, trying to win it back to the blue line, and he does. It goes to Saracino at the half wall. Blue line, cross ice for Ashan. Right circle, it's Zmatula. Closes to the dot on his backhand, back to the forehand. Feeds it to the blue line now for Ashan at the right point. For Zmatula at the circle. Snapshot over the crossbar. Goes off the dasher all the way to the blue line for Brendan Warren. For Ashan, center point. Cross ice look for Zmatula. He has to calm the puck down and spin away from Michael Neville. Down to 24 seconds to go on the power play. Jacksonville centering feed, deflected in front. It goes to the Everblades. They will clear. Maybe one final rush for the Icemen. Ashan in his own territory, waiting for a line change. Headmanning it over the blue line. Onside is Cam Critchlow. Critchlow behind the Florida net, looks to center, cannot get it away. All the way to the blue line before he turns and throws it underneath. McKinnon looks to center. It is knocked away by Florida as teams return to full strength, but the Icemen still have the puck. Around the boards we go, all the way to the right circle for Binkley for the Icemen. Wrist shot is deflected. It goes out of play, and we will have our first break of the evening. 12:47 to go in period number 1 already. It is the Icemen trailing the Florida Everblades by a score of 2-0. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Arlie Johnson with you on flowhockey.tv. The Icemen in an early hole at 2-0 against a team that's allowed 7 goals in 5 games this season. Not the start Jacksonville wanted. The good news is there is still plenty of time left, but they need something to feel good about themselves, not just for tonight, but for the season. Just 1-4 on the year. Some tough opponents, 3 games now, including this one against Florida, 2 against South Carolina, perennially among the best, as the Icemen get a shot away from the blue line in a screen, but Cooley is able to make that save and freeze it for the draw. The psyche of this team, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about. That's why I think this next goal is so critical. Give the Icemen players something to feel good about going into the locker room. I think it's important to try and get it even in this first period. You don't want to wait any longer. Florida can put the clamps on defensively better than anybody in the league, along with this South Carolina Stingrays. Puck comes out to center ice. A steal by the Icemen, delayed offside now. They'll have to tag up and clear the zone. We'll play on. Florida has the puck and a 2-0 lead. 12-13 to go in the first period. It's Michael Hunterbrinker shifting away from Warren, doing the same against Marquardt. Weaves into the zone against Jacksonville, goes to his backhand, and a save is made. Went through about 4 Icemen players and got a backhander away from about 20 feet away. Hunterbrinker into the slot, and another score from Florida. It's going to be Alex Kyle this time on a one-timer, and it is Florida just running around in circles around the Icemen. Just 8:04 into the game, and it is a 3-0 lead for Florida. And I'm curious to see if head coach Jason Christie is going to pull the plug on Eamon McAdams. Certainly not his fault with a screen in front. Couldn't see the puck at all. So Kyle gets his 3rd goal of the year. Hunterbrinker and Rowe will assist. And McAdams stays in the net. Certainly not his fault, but Florida out shooting Jacksonville 6-1 on top 3-0. And the Icemen have got to find a way to not let that goal be deflating against them. They've got to figure it out. They can play in this league, even against a team like Florida. But here come the Everblades again. Drop pass and a shot. Big time save this time by Eamon McAdams. The Everblades are getting quality chance after quality chance. And this Florida team does not look like an ECHL team. They look like they're ready for the American Hockey League right now, top to bottom. Draw is going to be to McAdams' left side. Icemen win it. They'll play it around the right wing side. It is Martin throwing it to the neutral zone. Critchlow for McKinnon over the blue line. Wrist shot is deflected over the crossbar. Comes back towards the crease, and a big hit on the play by McKinnon, who took a man into the box, and then Florida goes after McKinnon. McKinnon's going after somebody, and we've got sticks and gloves on the ice. A wrestling match behind the net. The net is already off of its moorings. There is a Florida player that is down. It's Matt Petgrave, just getting up onto one knee right now, while he's being tended to by the Florida trainer. We'll look to see what comes of the penalties. I believe the initial call was going to be to Ian McKinnon. He was involved with John McCarron. McKinnon really wants a piece, I think, of Kyle Newber, who must have said something to him along the way to the penalty box. And hopefully that'll provide a little bit of a spark for the Icemen. They need something, anything. Cam Critchlow got a nice little hit there on John McCarron as well, as McKinnon got a couple of wallops at the back of John McCarron's head. That's Florida's team captain. As you're looking at the PNC Bank replay here in downtown Jacksonville, if you're watching on flowhockey.tv. My gut tells me the Icemen will be shorthanded once they filter out all the calls here. For now, both John McCarron and Ian McKinnon are in the penalty box, but nothing is up on the scoreboard for times yet. The Icemen getting outshot in the early going 7-2. Going back to my thought about Florida looking like an American Hockey League team, and I do stand by that, but I will also add to you that the Everblades are also without several players that were sent down to them from the National Hockey League's Nashville Predators. Among them, Lucas Craggs, Patrick Harper, who had 9 points in 5 games, Tanner Janot. Also no Thomas Novak, who's a 3rd-round draft pick. I don't know how Florida's getting all these players, but they are getting them. Those guys are not with them, and yet still, they look like a team that just doesn't belong here at this level. McKinnon does get the extra 2 minutes, so it will be the Icemen shorthanded. Serving the time for him is going to be Matt Philippe. And we're still waiting to see what the calls are going to be. Kyle Neuber also went into the box for Florida. Want to say a quick hello to Andrew Fielder listening in on Mixler as well. Watching on Flow Hockey also. Something to watch whenever the penalty times expire for Neuber and McKinnon is what's going to happen with the two of them once they're back out onto the ice at the same time. I have a funny feeling that they will exchange some pleasantries yet again sometime tonight. Meanwhile, it's a penalty kill for the Icemen. Florida on the power play. They lead the league there too, oh, by the way, at over 25%. Passing it around, Hebig at the left circle. To the blue line for LeBlanc. Cross ice, and then another seam pass, but that was stolen and cleared away by Cam Critchlow. Well done defensively. Cooley will leave the puck behind his net for Stefan LeBlanc. LeBlanc carrying up the right side. He'll drop it back for Hebig. Defending is Craig Martin as the pass goes to Hunter Brinker over the blue line on the left. Tries the drop pass. Martin got a piece of it. Couldn't clear it yet. Bouncing towards the line. Can Martin get the clear away with the help of Jason Binkley? They do get it the length of the ice. Well done there on the penalty kill from Marty as the Everblades have it back inside their own blue line. Carrying it all by himself is Hebig. Knocked away by the Icemen. Trying to poke it away from Logan Rowe as Critchlow couldn't do it. Rowe has it behind his own net. Still 58 seconds to go on their power play. Critchlow penalty killing with Derek Lodermeyer. Headman pass for the Everblades, and then a drop pass back for Winicky with some speed through the neutral zone. The Everblades are onside as they gain entry into the zone. Powell for Florida. To the line for Logan Rowe, left side. Cross ice and a one-timer. Save is made by McAdam. Rebound for Harrison behind the net. Can't clear it yet. Around the boards we go to the near side. Trying to poke at it is Harrison. Gets it behind the net for Lodermeyer, who will turn and fire it out. Well done on the penalty kill here from Jacksonville. Just 20 seconds to go on the man advantage, and a steal from Jacksonville. Couldn't get it back, though, as Mike Smatula. Logan Rowe took it right back away from him after he had initially lost the puck. Winicky gains entry. To the far side for Michael Downing. Defending is Saracino. Downing, indirect pass for Rowe at the right point on his backhand. Winicky for Powell, and a drive goes wide to the short side. Teams are back at full strength as the Icemen cannot clear the zone yet, but we are at 5-on-5. Florida behind the Icemen net, centering feed knocked away. Comes loose for the Icemen. They cannot clear yet. It is Petgrave softly towards goal, covered up, and taking the face-off is going to be Eamon McAdam, and it'll be a draw in the Icemen zone when we come back. 8:58 to go in period number one. It's all Florida right now. They lead 3-0 over the Jacksonville Icemen.
Full and half-season Iceman Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet, experience the best.
Face-off will be in Jacksonville territory. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, whichever platform you're listening to us on. Arlie Johnson with you for the call of this game. The Icemen trailing 3-0 in the early going. They still have plenty of time to make it a game, but they need at some point to make it a game. Florida's trying to run away with yet another one. They've won every game by multiple goals, not just against Jacksonville, but against everybody, making it look easy against the entire ECHL thus far. And a steal by Jacksonville in the offensive end. It's Pesky, right side. Tries to go cross ice, but it goes off a leg and out to center. Taken over there by Ashan. Cross ice for Pesky. Pesky, another pass that goes off a skate, and it comes back into the Jacksonville end. Ashan will have to regroup behind his own net. He'll stop right there and wait for Hunter Brinker to skate by. Jack Ashan through the neutral zone, flipping it to the right for Pesky. Ashan tries to get it back, but it's stolen by the Everblades. Cleared out to center. The Icemen get it right back. Marquardt over the blue line, but Jacksonville will complete a line change now. Marquardt moves in, peels away on his forecheck. Now he'll head to the bench to complete that change as Florida skates through center ice. It is Hunterbrinker with speed, going wide on Harrison and beats him. Cuts to the forehand and a save by McAdam. Rebound is cleared away to the blue line. Logan Rowe holds it in for Florida. Around the backboards, Binkley in a race for it against Michael Hunterbrinker. Third man in is Jacksonville's Cam Critchlow. His pass goes off the referee, and it's held in by Florida briefly. Comes back to Jacksonville. It is tapped out of the zone by Aaron Nazarian. And another line change for the Icemen. 3-0 Everblades. 7:31 to go in the first period. Florida with a lead pass too far. This is going to be called icing against the Everblades. And they'll bring it back into Florida's end. Have Chris Clark listening in on Mixler saying we sure do miss Reeder. I do too, by the way. My broadcast partner unable to join us during the pandemic. He is in the bubble, as they say. I'm out of the bubble. I can broadcast. He's in the bubble. He cannot broadcast. But, Chris, I will definitely pass that on to Alex Reed, a.k.a. Reeder, as the Icemen get a shot towards net. It goes off the side of the goal. Comes loose behind the goal for Zmatula for Jacksonville. Cross ice look stolen by Florida, taken back by McKernan to prevent a 2-on-1. That was close. Everblades have it back with LeBlanc to the right of his netminder. Moving in on the forecheck is Van Wormer. LeBlanc's outlet pass tipped away. It comes to Michael Neville for Florida. Goes wide on Kim. Backhander. Save made by McAdam. Comes loose and McAdam squeezes the pads and he's able to hold on there. Florida now up to 9 shots on goal to only 2 for Jacksonville. With 6:52 to go. Icemen will send out Matt Philippe with Aaron Nazarian and Derek Lodermeyer at the blue line. It'll be Jack Ashan along with Andrew Pesky. At the top of his crease, Eamon McAdam waiting for the drop of the puck. Lodermeyer on the draw for the Icemen. And he will win it against Florida's captain, John McCarron. It is Ashan behind the net. Playing it cross ice behind his goal. Pesky up the left side for Philippe. Forechecking is Florida. Heavy forechecking, but the Icemen get it back. They'll skate through center ice 2-on-2 for the moment. Chipping in is Philippe. Chasing after it is Nazarian. With the help of Lodermeyer, they will keep the puck in the zone briefly, but Lodermeyer lost the handle, and it comes out to center ice. Pesky beats a double team, throws it up towards the blue line, but can't find a teammate to pass to. Seems like the Everblades have 6 guys on the ice at all times. The Icemen just having a hard time completing a couple of passes, whereas for Florida, it just seems like it's tic-tac-toe almost all the time. Nazarian in the neutral zone. His pass is deflected. Here come the Everblades. Wrist shot by Hebig. Great snapshot from 40 feet away. McAdam makes the save with the right arm. Downing gets a shot that is blocked into the corner by Nazarian. Blake Winicky off the end boards. Taking the body there are the Icemen. Pesky gets it loose, wristing it around the wall. Downing holds it in, back behind the net. Hebig looks to center. He is double teamed, gets it loose for Winicky. Winicky for Florida. Into the slot, picked off by Jacksonville. Here comes Philippe, all by himself, 1 against 2. Cannot get by the double team, and it is Downing taking over for the Blades. Dangerous pass, but he got away with it. Looking for the forecheck and the steal now is Marquardt, but he can't find his teammate Brendan Warren. Those two have had a hard time getting going this year as McAdam makes a glove save as Florida skates in on transition, and McAdam making the glove save. Looking for more out of Brendan Warren and Matt Marquardt, who have had a slow start to the year. A couple of guys that head coach Jason Christie has really been relying on or planned on relying on, but it just has not worked out just yet. And I don't want to single those guys out. The Icemen as a team collectively have just been struggling offensively this year. Only 7 goals in 5 games for the Icemen. 4 of them were in 1 game. 3 of them were in 1 period. So you got to look at their confidence just being a little bit shaky right now. And they are hopeful that that confidence will come back. Kind of like a batting slump in baseball. Tough to break out of it, but once you break out of it, you're fine. But the Icemen right now are in that proverbial slump. And it does not help that they just seem to face the Everblades and South Carolina Stingrays every single game. And speaking of, I'll give you a little stat about Florida as well, about them playing just a couple of teams, Jacksonville being one of them. We'll get to that in a moment. Meanwhile, the Icemen have the puck. They'll skate through center ice, 2-on-2 for the moment. Saracino over the blue line onside, feeds to the right for Saracino. Saracino right through the blue paint. Went by everybody. It's held in by Jacksonville. Saracino has it again. To the blue line for Kim. Cross ice, it's McKernan. Wrister in a screen, deflected wide. Getting a piece of it was Matula. The Icemen with some pressure here offensively. Matula behind the net. Looks for a man to feed it in front to. Backhand pass in front. Penalty is coming. Where's the puck? Finally covered up as the Icemen will go back on the power play with 4:44 to go in the first period. It's a smart penalty, actually, by Florida. Hooking is going to be the call. It was Van Wormer cutting towards the top of the crease, and I think he was the one who was hooked down by Florida. But had it not happened, Van Wormer may have had a shot right on the doorstep. Petgrave is in the box for the Everblades, and a power play here for Jacksonville. It was Saracino, actually, that was hauled down. He still got a shot away, even as he was being dragged down from behind. So power play number 2 for Jacksonville. And a chance to get on the board and make a game out of this one. Everblades win the draw, however. They will immediately bring it down 200 feet. McAdam to the right of his net. He'll play it off the end boards. And the Icemen will start deep in their own end. It's Michael Kim on the power play this time. Lead pass from Marquardt, who immediately takes it into the zone. Drop pass for Binkley, and a penalty coming on Jacksonville. This is a delayed call. It's going to be a slash on Derek Lodermeyer as soon as the Icemen touch the puck. There it is, and 4-on-4 for the next minute 35. So that power play over just as soon as it started. Slashing to Derek Lodermeyer, and 4-on-4 for the next 95 seconds. Pretty easy call to make there. Lodermeyer took the stick right out of that Florida defender. Looking in the penalty boxes right now, Kyle Neuber is still in the box for Florida, so my gut tells me he got an extra 10-minute misconduct a while back, and he did. That's what it was. Kyle Neuber got a 10-minute misconduct. So even strength on the ice, but not full strength. We skate 4-on-4 for the next minute and a half. The Icemen have the puck. It is Pesky trying to go wide on Hebig. He gets hit into the corner. Downing takes over for the Everblades. Here comes Florida. The long outlet pass for Hebig, who will kick it into Jacksonville's end. Jack Ashan tries to get away from Hebig. He goes behind the Icemen net, taken away by Ashan. He's a very shifty player looking for some open ice, and he's 3-on-3 through center ice. Ashan broke his stick on the pass. Just had a broken twig, didn't realize it until he made the pass. He had to head to the bench. Fortunate that it didn't result in an odd man rush. Just the kind of bad breaks that the Icemen continue to get. Jacksonville has it in their own end. It's Brendan Warren dropping it back for Michael Kim. Kim along with Kevin McKernan. The forwards, Craig Martin, along with Matt Philippe. Philippe has the puck. He's over the blue line. Tries to crisscross with Martin. Cannot get the puck away. Comes loose for the Everblades. Arvin Atwall knocked off it by Matt Philippe. Good defensive work there by Philippe. Taking it back into his own zone, however, a steal by Florida, taken back by the Icemen. Here comes Jacksonville up the right wing side with speed, possible 2-on-1, but the stick from Jack Ashan that was on the ice broke the play up, and the Everblades come back. What a great play defensively by Jacksonville, but it comes back to Florida, and another deflection by Craig Martin. What a wacky sequence that was for Jacksonville, as Michael Kim was about to skate out 2-on-1 for the Icemen, and the loose stick that was on the ice and broken in two made the play defensively for Florida. Can't make this stuff up, guys. It actually created a 2-on-1 the other way for Florida. Jacksonville, some excellent back checking to prevent that from even being a shot on goal, but man, as crazy a sequence as you will see. Faceoff is in the Icemen zone. Florida wins it. Cross ice we go. Now a brief power play for the Everblades. They'll pass it back to center ice, and they've got just 16 seconds to go on this man advantage. They will bring it up the right wing for Miles Powell. Powell, cross ice look into the slot. Centering feed knocked away by Jacksonville, but not out. Downing fakes the shot, plays it into the corner. Marchand has it knocked away. Florida holds it in the zone. Logan Rowe, cross ice for Downing. Rister through the screen, a deflected shot and a save made by McAdam. Teams are now at full strength as the Icemen clear it to center. 2:09 to go in the first period of a 3-0 hockey game. The Icemen trailing here at home. Florida looking for more. It's Winicky in the offensive end. On his backhand. Great feed to Petgrave. Fakes the shot, now takes it. It is wide. Trying the bank shot is Florida. And McAdam is able to squeeze that puck up against the short side post and take a draw. 1:53 to go in the first period. Another slow start here for the Icemen. They're getting outshot 12-2 and being outscored 3-0 in this first period. I would love to hear the locker room speech from head coach Jason Christie in a couple of minutes. That will not be broadcast, however. I will let you know that. Icemen win this faceoff, trying to stick handle out of their own end, and able to do so is Jack Ashawn. Nice stick handling to get it to the Florida blue line, but couldn't get it in deep. The Everblades take it from there. Petgrave trying to forecheck as Van Wormer knocks it free, but can he get possession? No. McCarron helping out his defenders. And the Everblades have it back once again. Soul to the left of his netminder. Big 6'6", 230-pound defenseman in Cody Soul. For Hebig. Hebig's pass goes off a leg. That's Matt Marquardt. Florida gets it back. McCarron deflects in behind the Jacksonville net. It is Pesky taking a hit in order to move it to the left side. The Icemen skate through the neutral zone. 3-man attack. 3 back for Florida. Craig Martin is onside on the right wing. Stops at the half wall. Waits to go to his forehand side. Can't get the pass away, but it's still in the zone. Critchlow with a wrister. Easy glove save made there by Cooley. Critchlow was hoping there was going to be somebody in front for a deflection, but there was nobody there yet. It was nothing but a floating wrister from 50 feet away, but the Icemen do get an offensive zone draw out of this anyway. And perhaps an opportunity here to get a little bit of momentum and a good shift into the locker room, possibly even put one in the last minute and create a little momentum. Jacksonville wins this faceoff. Right side, it's McKernan. Cross ice look. Michael Kim plays it into the corner down low. Trying the goal, and a score! Jacksonville with the bank shot! And Mike Zmatula, I believe, makes it a 3-1 contest. It is Zmatula with the goal. He caught Devin Cooley napping and banked it off his skate and into the net. And that's exactly what the Icemen needed. A last-minute goal to try and get some momentum into the locker room. Zmatula from an impossible angle right at the goal line, but he saw an opening and went for it. He was going shot all the way, and it went off the calf of Devin Cooley and into the net. Zmatula will get the goal. Michael Kim and Kevin McKernan assist at 19:13 of period number 1. Here is Joe Massa with your goal call. So the Icemen back in the offensive zone, trying to pressure the Florida end. Everblades clear it away. 18 seconds to go in the period. McKernan into the neutral zone. Here come the Icemen again with a 3-man rush. Philippe with a wrister. That's deflected into the corner. He gets it back. Tries another bank shot. Florida clears it away at the last moment. 7 seconds to go in the period. The Icemen have it in their own zone, and they will be content heading into the locker room, trailing, but with a little bit of momentum. Oh, man, what a big goal that was from Mike Zmatula. For him, it is his second goal of the year. Michael Kim and Kevin McKernan assist at 19:13 of period number 1. The Icemen on the board at the end of the period, and they trail by a score of 3-1. Shots on goal in that first period. The Icemen ended up getting 4 shots on goal in about the final 90 seconds, so they still are outshot 13-6. But they have some life, they have some momentum, and we'll see if it carries over into period number 2. They trail 3-1 to the Florida Everblades after one period of play. We will take a break here with the ECHL's Plays of the Week, as brought to you by the Indy Fuel's Andrew Smith. We'll come back momentarily after that and tell you what's ahead for the Icemen on their schedule. 3-1 Florida after one period of play. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on the Icemen Broadcast Network.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slot, slap shot, off the glove, and in! Now for the net, he scores! Right there, he scores! He'll slip back out to the blue line, shot, score! Rodney scores! Scores! Oh, it's rewrite the record book! It's a hat trick. He skates in over the line, Deeks shoots, in the slot, shot, save, game is over!
Hello, fans, and welcome to this week's ECHL Plays of the Week. I am Andrew Smith, the voice of the Indy Fuel. We begin this week in Greenville, where the Swamp Rabbits hosted the Florida Everblades in a pair of weekend games. On Saturday night, Everblades rookie Patrick Harper scored his league-leading 5th goal of the season to give Florida a 3-1 third-period lead in an eventual 5-1 victory. Mike Folta has the call on the Everblades Broadcast Network.
Janot got in front of that and blocked it out to center. Here comes Harper across the blue line for the Blades. Dances around a man in front. He scores! How good is this kid? Patrick Harper has his 5th of the year, and it's 3-1 Florida.
Harper has scored in every game this season, leading the Everblades to a 4-0 start. On Friday night, when the two teams met, Greg Morellis made his pro debut for the Swamp Rabbits and wasted little time recording his first professional goal.
Dancing in on the wrap now, Finkelstein looking at the rebound, they score! It's Greg Morellis in his pro debut, giving the Swamp Rabbits a 2-1 lead.
That's Matt Trust on the Swamp Rabbits Broadcast Network. Morellis' tally gave the Swamp Rabbits a 2-0 lead, but Greenville would go on to fall to Florida 6-3. Players scoring their first professional goals will be a theme of this week's Plays of the Week. We have more in Wheeling, where the Nailers hosted Orlando in a 2-game weekend set. The Nailers had 2 players score their first pro goals in the second period of Saturday's game against the Solar Bears. We begin with Lawton Courtnall, who tallied his first goal shorthanded to tie the game 1-1.
Miller, the steal, goes off of Huntington. Big ups, Alfaro the steal. It's a shorthanded breakaway. Alfaro the shot, save, rebound, score! Lawton Courtnall! His first professional goal is a short-handed goal as he follows up the Alfaro shot, and it's 1-1 with 3:22 left in the second.
That's DJ Absola with the call on Mix 97.1 WKWK in Wheeling. Later in the period, Felix Robert scored the Nailers' first power play goal of the season to give Wheeling its first lead of the year at 2-1.
Rivera going behind the net, banks it up to Jolie at the left point, wrists it, Robert, left side shot, he scores! Felix Robert! Welcome to the first party, his first pro goal, bar and down on the power play. 12.8 to go in the second, 2-1. Nailers are in the lead.
Orlando would tie the game up and send it to overtime. Solar Bears defenseman Alex Green made a major contribution early in overtime when he broke up a critical 2-on-1 chance in the extra frame. Then, he got an opportunity to step up in the offensive zone.
Picknich on the left-hand side now. Luchuk to his right along with Green. Green receives the pass at the circle, tries to put it in front, off the toe of a Nailers player. It caromed off the skate. Picknich holds the line across to Green. High slot, Luchuk looks ahead. Green all alone, shoots, score! Alex Green wins it for the Solar Bears in overtime. Final score, 3-2. The first pro goal for the Cornell University product. And the Solar Bears sweep the Nailers for the weekend series. 4 points in the bag, and they're headed home.
That was Jesse Liebman on the Solar Bears Broadcast Network. That was Green's first career goal and gave Orlando a 2-game weekend sweep of the Nailers to improve to 2-1 on the season. That will do it for this week's ECHL Plays of the Week. This is Andrew Smith, wishing you all a very happy New Year.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Full and half-season Iceman Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Iceman Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is free mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksiceman.com. Iceman Hockey. Feel the freeze. The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Iceman home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Iceman Hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Iceman home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Iceman Hockey, feel the freeze.
We're back in downtown Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson with you on Mixlr and on flowhockey.tv. The Icemen trailing the Florida Everblades after one period of play. 3-1 is your score. It was 3-0, but the Icemen getting a goal at the 19:13 mark of the first period from Mike Zmatula, hopefully to provide a little bit of momentum. We'll give you a quick look at the standings in a moment, but first I want to go to our Mixlr page. If you happen to be in on that, we want to give a couple of quick hellos, including Christine Stiller, who's looking for Matty Marquardt to save the day here. I feel the same way, Christine. Love to see Matt Marquardt put an impact on this game, put his thumbprint on things, and maybe make a little contest out of this one. We'll see what happens with that into the middle stanza. Of course, former captain of the Florida Everblades. He won a championship with the Everblades back in 2012 for the veteran. Also want to say hi to Iceman fan out there who's asking what jerseys the Icemen are wearing tonight. Well, Iceman fan, I'm glad you asked. This is the first time this year that the Icemen have gotten to wear their gray Jacks and script jerseys, which I love. Love these jerseys. Gray with the aviator blue trim. That is what the Icemen have this evening. They've been wearing the aviator blue jerseys on the road thus far this year. And at home, well, this is the third home game of the year, 3 different unis for these 3 home games. They had a Community First jersey on opening night that looked absolutely sensational with Community First colors of a sort of a light blue with a purplish look. They looked so sharp. Of course, it was ugly sweater night last Friday night against the South Carolina Stingrays. And now I guess what would be considered the traditional home uniforms for the Icemen tonight. The gray unis with the aviator blue on the shoulder tops and on the numerals with Jacks written in script across the front. That's what you are wearing tonight. If you are an Icemen fan, that's what you should have at home. You should have that sweater on, ready to go, cheering the Icemen on. If not at home, possibly right even here in the arena. To the standings we go now, and we'll stick with just the South Division right now, where it's a 5-team division again with the pandemic and with COVID just wreaking havoc on anything athletically, especially from a minor league level. I'll stress again, the Icemen are just fortunate to be playing hockey at all this year and be able to provide something for you, the fans out there. Only half the league is playing right now, and Icemen off to a rough start, but I'll tell you what, the Florida Everblades sure aren't. They are 5-0 in their 5 games. They've outscored their opponents 25-7. They are atop the South Division. Not far behind, however. Same as it ever was here. The South Carolina Stingrays nipping at the heels of the Florida Everblades. Seems like every year it's one way or the other between those two teams. Either it's Florida followed right behind by South Carolina or the other way around. Those two teams actually tied for the ECHL's best point total last year before the pandemic ended the season last year. South Carolina has a couple of blemishes, but they're only shootout losses, or overtime losses, I should say. The Stingrays at 3-0-2 on the year in their 5 games, so they have 8 points on the year. In the middle, it's the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. They are 2-3-0-1. They've played 6 games already, the Swamp Rabbits have. Greenville at 5 points on the year, followed by the Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando's only played 3 games so far. They are 2-1, winning both their games in Wheeling all the way up in West Virginia. So they've had an interesting schedule thus far. And then currently in the bottom is the Jacksonville Icemen at 1-4. This game's so important where if they can find a way to win it, you're talking about a 2-4 record. You're kind of right back in the mix of things. But another loss, you've got a 4-game skid if you end up losing this one tonight. And you got to try and get it right back tomorrow evening. The Icemen, by the way, right back in action tomorrow. Very unusual that they would have a Monday game at all, but obviously they do. And they're right back at it tomorrow. Another unusual schedule as they are in Orlando tomorrow night. Back at the Amway Center. First meeting of the year between the Icemen and the Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando, by the way, did not play at all this past weekend. I feel like they haven't played in like 10 days or something like that. So a long way over for them. I'm not sure if that helps them or hurts them. Perhaps they just don't quite have their legs about them. Maybe a little rusty. Maybe the Icemen playing right now possibly benefits them tomorrow. in a place where it has really been a house of horrors for the Icemen. They have still never won, and I mean never won, in Orlando in their 3-year history, not one time. So that is what they will have to try and erase tomorrow against the Orlando Solar Blades. And it's quickly becoming evident, at least to me, that if you're playing Florida or South Carolina, wins and points are going to be tough to come by. Get them when you can, obviously, but these two teams look spectacular. Have not seen Orlando yet. They have a 2-1 record, but it seems to me that if you're going to get some points and some victories, you better do well against Orlando and Greenville, because I don't know how many teams are going to be able to get victories against the Florida Everblades and South Carolina Stingrays this year. Got to get them when you can, obviously. But Orlando, that might be an opportunity for the Icemen to get back on the win column tomorrow as well. Also want to point out one quick little scheduling quirk involving the Florida Everblades. I've harped on this a little bit, that the Icemen have 8 of their first 16 games against the Florida Everblades, which seems absolutely ridiculous to me. Well, it's actually doubly ridiculous from a Florida standpoint, but maybe to Florida's benefit, in my opinion. The Everblades right now are in a stretch, which I believe just began this past Saturday against Jacksonville. 14 consecutive games, 14 in a row against either Jacksonville or Orlando. That's it. They stay in the state of Florida for 14 consecutive games. Yeah, and if you want to stretch it out to the beginning of the season, it's actually 16 of the first 18 where they only play 2 teams, and that's it. So I make of that what you will. I'm just spitting facts here, everybody. But it is a quirk in the schedule, to say the least. And the Icemen just happen to be a part of that quirk. You have to play the teams that are on your schedule. So for the Icemen, no excuses. They got to figure it out. They've got to find a way to beat South Carolina. They got to find a way to beat Florida, and ultimately just take on whoever is on their schedule. For tonight, it's the Everblades. They're down by 2 as both teams are back out onto the ice, and teams will be skating 5-on-5. Power plays in the first period. Both teams were 0 for 2. All 3 of Florida's goals came at full strength, and Jacksonville's goal in the final minute also at full strength, as we look at a couple of first period highlights brought to you by Best Bet Jacksonville, if you're watching on flowhockey.tv. Eamon McAdam in net for the Icemen. Actually made a few key saves, even keeping it at 3-0. The defense for Jacksonville just allowing too many grade A chances for the Everblades, who just keep coming at you in waves. Jacksonville had a great chance there. Matula setting up Saracino on that play, which ultimately resulted in a penalty. And here's the goal from Jacksonville. Mike Matula from the goal line banked it off the calf of Devin Cooley and into the net. So the Icemen scoring in the last minute, looking to gain some momentum from that. Next goal, crucial. It is Christopher Brown making his Icemen debut. He was the captain at Boston College 2 seasons ago. Actually played in the Beanpot against now teammate Matt Philippe, who is with the Northeastern Huskies. As we are underway, and Jacksonville has possession. It is Marquardt trying to go wide on Downing. Out of the net is Cooley. Plays it up the wall. It's held in by Jacksonville behind the net. Marquardt with a centering feed. Brown couldn't get a stick on it. Marquardt gets it back. Downing takes the body on him. Logan Rowe takes the puck. Trying to get away from Marquardt. He'll stop behind the net. Shifting away from Brendan Warren. Nice deke there from Logan Rowe as the Everblades come through center ice. It is Neville over the blue line. Centering feed knocked aside by the stick of McAdam. Held in by Florida. It is Miles Powell for Atwall through the crease. Goes behind the net. Making the stop there is McAdam. Florida still with possession. Powell tries to get away from Marquardt and does into the corner. Tapped away by Jacksonville's Kevin McKernan. He and Powell go into the boards. Florida again with a centering feed, going off a skate. Comes free for Arvin Atwall for the Everblades. His pass goes off the skate. Michael Kim with a steal. Kim by himself. He'll just flip it high into the air to center ice. Finds Brendan Warren. He is by himself. He'll clear it into the zone, and the Icemen get a change on the fly. just over a minute into the second period. 3-1 Florida in the lead. Long outlet pass for the Everblades. And a drop pass from Florida, picked off. Florida gets it right back, however. It is Hebig with a drop pass. Winicky with a centering pass. Tipped away, but McCarron steals it. And a save by McAdam. He will dive out of his crease to cover it up and take the face off. McCarron so savvy for Florida. He knew that pass was coming from Jacksonville, and he just picked the Iceman's pocket and got a turnaround shot away immediately. Draw will be to Eamon McAdams left. McCarron on the faceoff for Jacksonville against Derek Lodermeyer. McCarron wins it cleanly. Wrister goes wide from Petgrave. Comes off the end boards for Nazarian. Nazarian for Lodermeyer. He'll chip it off the boards and out to the neutral zone. LeBlanc feeds it right back in, rimming it into the corner. Pesky takes a big hit from McCarron. The two of them collide again. Centering feed for Hebig. He shoots it wide. I'll tell you what, Cameron Hebig has been everywhere tonight. Seems like I've called his name about a dozen times. And we're just getting started in the second period. Florida still with it in Jacksonville territory. Pass to the corner. It's Hebig again in control. Hebig with some speed. Spinning away from a man. Leaving it for Petgrave. Petgrave into the bumper for McCarron. Cross ice look for Winicky. Cannot get the shot away, but a penalty coming. This is going to be on the Icemen. And I think that was a pretty good penalty on Jacksonville to take as well. Slashing is the call against Matt Philippe, but I think if he doesn't make that slash, I think that's going to be Winicky in alone on Eamon McAdam. So power play number 3 for Florida. The Icemen certainly don't want to relinquish this momentum. A penalty kill here perhaps will give them even a little more momentum. Trying to stay within striking distance of the Everblades. Penalty killers for the Icemen. Cam Critchlow along with Craig Martin. Again, the Icemen without their captain, Wasey Rabbit, tonight. He would probably be on the ice right now. Everblades win the faceoff. It is Winicky. Seam pass for Downing. He couldn't handle it. 2-on-2 in the corner. Martin tries to dig it free. Just pinning it up against the wall now is Jacksonville. Just killing some time, if nothing else. They're doing a great job as the puck squirts loose. It goes to the Icemen. Critchlow is double teamed, but he still gets a stick blade on it and clears it out into Florida's end. Martin stays on the ice for some cursory forechecking. Everblades with it inside their own blue line. It is Logan Rowe. Shifts away from a man, but loses the puck. The Icemen get the steal, and another clear out, this time by Chase Harrison. Cooley will play it behind the net for Winicky. Looking for the steal is Critchlow. Nearly got it. Excellent kill thus far from the Icemen. 1:10 to go on the power play for the Everblades. It's Logan Rowe with a drop pass. Miles Powell. Cross ice look. Offside. Florida. So a superb kill so far for Jacksonville, but they're only halfway through it. Penalty killers for the Icemen. Nick Saracino along with Mike Smatula. Saracino wearing the A tonight without Wasey Rabbit having his letter. That'll tell you a little bit something about him, who was acquired just after opening night. Actually made his season debut for Game 2 for Jacksonville, for the Icemen's home opener. He scored the game-winning goal in Jacksonville's only victory of the year. Florida with possession. It's Alex Kyle. With speed through center ice. Clean entry into the zone for Kyle. He'll stop at the half wall. He fell down, but he got it loose. Goes to McCarron, to the blue line for LeBlanc. Cross ice. LeBlanc for Kyle. Top of the right circle. Playing it down low. Centering feed from Hunter Brinker. Picked off by Jacksonville. Not cleared yet. Harrison takes the body. Flips it to the opposite wing for Binkley. And Binkley will turn and fire it out. This is a clinic being put on here from the Icemen penalty killers. 26 seconds to go, and Brendan Warren looks for the steal deep in Florida territory. Gets it away from a couple of men, and a few more seconds tick off the clock. Excellent work here from Warren, and a steal. Moves it for a shot. His shot is deflected. Comes to Marquardt. Sharp angle shot. Then a save made by Cooley shorthanded. All set up by that forecheck of Brendan Warren. That's the best shift we've seen from him maybe all season long, as teams are now at full strength. Stepping out onto the ice is Matt Philippe. We are 5-on-5, and the Icemen with a little more possession. And now a steal. It's Critchlow to the left side for Martin. Martin with a shot. Score! What a snipe from Craig Martin. It's a 3-2 hockey game. The penalty kill sets up the ultimate goal here from Craig Martin right under the bar with 15:23 to go in the second period. A gorgeous goal from Craig Martin. Cam Critchlow is going to assist, and I don't think he's going to get a point on this, but definitely give some props to number 41, Brendan Warren, for that penalty kill at the end, keeping that puck in the offensive zone. And I'll tell you what, you couldn't have asked for a better shot from Marty there. Top shelf, short side. Here's Joe Massa with your goal call in a 3-2 contest now. Critchlow and Philippe will assist on the goal. Behind the play here as we resume action, it is Van Wormer who took a hit from behind, no call, as the Icemen get a steal in the offensive end. Goes off a skate and off the side of the net. As Craig Martin gets goal number 1 on the season. And Jacksonville now flying through center ice. They've got some big-time momentum here. Still trailing by 1, but the Icemen feeling good about themselves right now as the Everblades have a delayed offside situation. They'll clear the zone, and Jacksonville has possession. Jacksonville's Kevin McKernan drifts back into his own end. Lead pass for Warren, cross ice for Michael Kim. Bouncing puck, he couldn't calm it down. Florida takes over. It is Logan Rowe, D to D. Long outlet pass, picked off by McKernan, well read there. Jacksonville in transition. Warren can't find the handle. It's Hunter Brinker for Coper. Coper will drive it around the wall. McAdam behind his net, plays it up the far side. Tipped away by the Icemen, not cleared yet, but they get it right back. Brendan Warren shoveling it forward. Out of the reach of Derek Lodermeyer. Bottled up at center ice. Warren tries to knock it away from Hunter Brinker. Coper is there also for Florida. Jack Ashawn flips it ahead and gets it to center ice for Aaron Nazarian. Nazarian will rim it around. Lodermeyer looking to get to the puck first. He does beat everyone to the puck. Playing it a little further down low. At wall for LeBlanc. Well done by Florida to break out of the zone. And now a steal from Jacksonville. It is Nazarian. Flip pass picked off by Coper. Back to the left point. Can Lodermeyer keep it in? Not quite. But the Icemen playing inspired hockey right now. Matt Philippe over the blue line. Cuts to the left side. Drop pass. Lodermeyer. Wrister just wide. Comes off the dasher for Jacksonville. They'll keep it in. At the right circle. To the blue line. It's Binkley with a drive. Air mails it over the crossbar. High off the glass. It stays in play. But Jacksonville continuing the pressure here. Down by just 1 and looking for more. 3-2 hockey game. 12:50 to go in the second period. Jacksonville at center ice gives it up. Kicking it into Jacksonville's end is Levko Coper. Binkley first on it for the Icemen. D to D for Chase Harrison. Binkley gets it back on the return pass. His lead feed picked off by the Everblades. It's McCarron. Cannot set up Kyle. The Icemen have it in their own end. Harrison can't find Critchlow with a pass. In the neutral zone, it is Harrison. Ahead for McKinnon over the blue line with Van Wormer. Van Wormer drop pass. Harrison couldn't get the shot away. Thought that Pesky was on the right side. He was not there. Florida clears it out. Could be icing. Will be icing. So an offensive zone draw here for Jacksonville with 12:12 to go in period number 2. Matt Philippe, congratulations. You got your first professional point on that goal from Craig Martin. Time of that goal at 4:37. Just after the Icemen killed the penalty. Draw is going to be to the right of Devin Cooley. Matula on the faceoff for the Icemen. Cannot win it back to Michael Kim. Pinching in from the blue line is McKernan. He couldn't keep it in, but he does have the puck. He'll drop it back for Kim inside his own blue. Loose puck still along the Jacksonville blue line. McKernan has it again. D to D for Kim. Headmanning it for Matula. Touch pass for Saracino. Can't find the handle. McKernan gets it back for the Icemen. Spins away from Winicky. Chips it off the boards. Delayed offside. Now they're going to call it an offside against the Everblades. And we will take a break. But the Icemen feeling good about things. Dug themselves an early hole, but back-to-back goals from Mike Zmatula in the first period and Craig Martin in the second period have the Icemen down just 3-2 now. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Arlie Johnson with you on Flowhockey.tv. The Jacksonville Icemen trying to become the first team to knock the Florida Everblades from the ranks of the unbeaten. And a penalty coming on the Icemen. Off the puck, it's going to be a penalty against Christopher Brown. Delayed call. Cooley is already on the bench in favor of a sixth attacker for the Everblades. They have the puck. They will keep the puck. And the whistle will not blow until the Icemen get possession. Powell into the zone. Wrist shot in the screen. McAdam never saw it, but it whistled wide. Florida with 6 skaters on the ice. They still have possession. There's your steal from Jacksonville. And it's going to be Brown heading to the penalty box for a trip. And power play number 4 now coming for the Everblades. Not much the Icemen can do to argue this one. So it's back to the drawing board and back to the grind for Jacksonville. But that last penalty kill was as good as we've seen this year. Definitely the best shift I've seen out of Brendan Warren this year. And he sparked the Icemen goal just after they killed the penalty. Florida does win this draw, however. More work to be done here for the Icemen. Down a man on the ice, down a goal on the scoreboard. Florida still with possession. It is Hebig off the boards for LeBlanc, left point. Wrister in a screen, never reached the net. Stolen and cleared by Jacksonville. Martin will head to the bench for Jacksonville. Some new penalty killers on for the Icemen. Nick Saracino along with Mike Zmatula, your penalty killers. Florida going D-to-D for Hebig. Hebig over the blue line. Shifts away from Saracino, but his pass is stolen. Not cleared yet by the Icemen. Held in at the blue line by LeBlanc. Using the boards for feed for Kyle. Down low for Hunterbrinker. He couldn't handle it. Comes loose for Binkley. Binkley will play it out to center ice. Bouncing puck there. The Icemen couldn't quite get there first. Florida clears in. Jacksonville clears out just like that. And again, the Everblades having a tough time getting things moving in this second period, which is just fine by the Icemen, of course. Hebig into the zone. Loses the handle at the blue line. Offside on the Everblades. The Icemen penalty kill has been sensational in this second period especially. Matt Marquardt penalty killing along with Derek Lodermeyer. The Blue Liners, Andrew Pesky and Michael Kim. The Icemen still without Jeff Taylor as well. Also minus Abbott Gerdukas. He would be a penalty killer for the Icemen. So the Icemen shorthanded early on in the year in terms of manpower. As the Everblades take the puck into the offensive end, they'll set up shop. Downing with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Centering feed picked off by Kim on his backhand. Can he clear it out? Off glass and out to center ice. Well done by Michael Kim. Florida at their own blue line. Still with 29 seconds to go on the power play. It's Logan Rowe in the neutral zone. Drop pass for Winicky. Cross ice look for Powell, who kicks it into the zone. He'll be first on the puck, tapping it behind the net. Winicky immediately double teamed, comes loose for Pesky. Winicky gets it back to the blue line for Rowe. Rowe, center point, being hounded by Marquardt. Downing at the right circle, top of it. closes, seam pass in the air, goes off the boards all the way to Powell. Teams are back at full strength as Downing still has the puck for Florida. Downing with a shot, looking for a stick on Outwall, knocked away. Here come the Icemen in transition. Skating up the right side is Brown. Cannot beat Logan Rowe wide. He still has possession, however. At the right circle, to the blue line, it's a Sean. Wrister in a screen. It is blocked by Atwall. Comes loose for Jacksonville. Martin looks to center, throws it in front. Critchlow can't pull the trigger. He'll get it back and tap it into the corner for Martin. Great feed for Ashawn. Takes the shot, and he hit the outside of the net. Maybe the outside of the post, going low to the stick side. Jacksonville still with possession. Ashawn for Martin. Martin walks the line, 50 feet away, now moves into the slot and puts it just wide, maybe deflected. Ashawn gets it back, feeding it into the corner where it's finally stolen and cleared by Florida. This is going to be icing. And the Everblades have some tired bodies out there. They're going to have to stay on the ice while Jacksonville gets a full change, looking to capitalize on some tired Blades players. What a turnaround here from Jacksonville. You're talking about being down 3-0 in the opening 10 minutes of this game to a team that was 5-0 and outscoring people 28-7. And the Icemen are trying to come all the way back. The Icemen win the faceoff, but their shot is blocked out to center ice, and now a foot race for the puck. The Icemen have it, but Florida is able to change their unit, and they needed it. They were exhausted out there. It is Chase Harrison, wing to wing. Handled well by Zmatula to knock it into the Florida end. Behind the net, Zmatula tries to knock it away. Comes to the blue line for Harrison. Holds the shot, looks for traffic. Feeds to the right, now the shot in traffic, and it's deflected wide of the net. Hustling for it is Saracino in the near side corner, but he is beaten to it by Matt Petgrave, and Cody Soule will toss it out to the Jacksonville end. Harrison double teamed, got it by Kyle Neuber, however, and that was a big play by Harrison for Saracino. By himself, Wrister is blocked. Saracino gets it back. Good feed to the blue line for Kim. Wrister in a screen, save is made by Cooley. Rebound for the Everblades and Cody Soule. Soule out to center ice. Kim right back for Jacksonville. Here's Matt Philippe. Big 6'2 forward, beats Petgrave, goes behind the net, looks for the wraparound, can't pull the trigger on it, but the Icemen hold it in. Shots deflected just wide on the play. It is Nazarian in their left wing corner. Got tripped up on the play as the Icemen still have it. McKernan backhands it into the corner. Philippe beats a couple of men behind the net. Still with it is Philippe. Excellent work using his body to shield the puck away. Playing into the corner, Nazarian tries to center. Nazarian on his forehand, behind the net for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer on his backhand. Indirect feed to the blue line for McKernan, who is not able to hold it in. They say it's going to be offside, just over the blue line on a bouncing puck. 6:41 to go in period number 2. It's all Jacksonville right now, knocking on the doorstep, but they still trail by a score of 3-2. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
The Icemen trailing the Florida Everblades 3-2. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Icemen Broadcast Network. The Icemen trying to come from 3-0 down to make it a level playing surface tonight. Not all the way there, but they've made up a lot of ground as the Everblades get a shot towards net, and a great save by McAdam with the paddle of his stick. Rebound comes high for the Icemen. Marquardt plays it into the Florida end. Warren giving chase on the forecheck. It gets it loose as well. Centering feed bounces high into the air right at the face-off circle. Everblades get it and clear it. It's Binkley. He's going to need some speed away from Hebig, who's got all kinds of speed himself, but he does get there, and Jacksonville works it free to the neutral zone. LeBlanc plays it right to left for Arvin Atwall. At wall ahead for Cameron Hebig. Hebig's lead pass deflected in by Blake Winicky. Chase Harrison will be first on the puck, but he's ridden away from it by John McCarron. At wall, cross ice for Michael Downing. Downing with a wrister. That is wide to the short side. It comes off the end boards where Brendan Warren is able to golf it out. Will this be icing? Yes. Had just enough steam to get there. So the Jacksonville Icemen now will have to keep their same 5 out on the ice while Florida gets a line change. Down to 5:36 to go in the second period. Don't forget the next home game for the Icemen is going to be this Saturday evening against the South Carolina Stingrays. A contest you will not want to miss. Not that you would want to miss any of them. Why would you ever want to miss any Icemen games? You don't. Another stoppage in play as the Icemen tried to clear it out, but it caromed off the glass and out of play. We have another stoppage and a media timeout, but we'll keep it right here. We just had a break after all. 7 o'clock start this Saturday between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Jacksonville trying to exact a little revenge after a pair of losses to South Carolina last week, including a 2-1 game at home. South Carolina, like Florida, also has not lost yet in regulation play anyway. They do have a couple of overtime losses. And in between, Jacksonville with a contest tomorrow night in Orlando, the first meeting of the year between the Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. You can catch that action on flowhockey.tv as well. Unfortunately, both myself and Alex Reed unable to provide any play-by-play for road games, at least at this point in time. Faceoff is going to be in the Icemen zone, right side of Eamon McAdam. Everblades win it. LeBlanc fakes the shot. Taking the shot is Kyle, but it's deflected out of play. And another offensive zone draw here for Florida. Jacksonville has Mike Zmatula at center. Jared Van Wormer and Nick Saracino flanking him. Kevin McKernan, Michael Kim, your defenders, and it's Kim with possession for the Icemen. Up the left side for Saracino. He'll redirect it out into Florida territory. Stefan LeBlanc tries to go wing to wing. Aerial pass for Huntebrinker, who tracks it down and gets away from Kim. Tries to center. What a great play defensively by Andrew Pesky. Sliding down to his stomach to make that block as the Icemen clear it out to center and into Florida's end. Everblades with it there. It is Petgrave up the right side for Kyle. Alex Kyle chipping it off the boards and back behind the Jacksonville net. Icemen look to clear it around the wall, comes towards the blue line. Downing will hold it in. Nobody can really get the handle to it. It's poked into the corner by Jacksonville's goaltender, Eamon McAdam. Coper tries to center. That is knocked away by Critchlow. Jacksonville plays it up the right side for Martin. Off the glass, safely out to center. Florida with it again with 4.5 minutes to go. And a steal. All alone, it's McKinnon. Backhander just wide. Gets a centering feed away, and Logan Rowe takes it away. Oh, the house would have been brought down if Ian McKinnon had tied this one up. And it's Florida with a shot deflected into the corner. Taken away by the Icemen. Ian McKinnon has not had a goal at home in his Iceman career, but he's got some sneaky good mitts, and he showed it there. He put it just wide after getting the steal and walking in alone on Devin Cooley. Florida with the puck in the offensive zone. It's Soul with a drive. Man, he's got a cannon, but it goes wide of the net and put a dent into the boards. The Icemen flip it into the air and out to the Florida zone with 3:44 to go in the second period. Jacksonville trails 3-2 here on home ice. Kevin McKernan for Derek Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer wheels through the neutral zone. Rims it around. Staying in his creases, Cooley is Lodermeyer is first on the puck. Far side corner. Goes to the half wall and feeds it to the line. Shot in a screen goes wide. Maybe went off a leg and ended up out of play. And an offensive zone draw for the Icemen. Looking for the equalizer at least before heading into the locker room for the second intermission. The Icemen shown with only 3 shots on goal thus far in this period. 9 for the game. not unusual for Florida. They give up so few shots on goal. They give up so few goals, for that matter. Very similar to South Carolina. Defensively, they are airtight as the Icemen look for another steal in the offensive end, and they've got it. Lodermeyer into the high slot. Pesky shifts around Winicky to the right circle. Centering feed, knocked aside, and putting it wide on the play was Nazarian. Everblades get it loose. Nazarian takes the body on another man. Good shift there from the diminutive forward as Philippe nearly stolen, broke in around Cody Soule. Man is spilled for the Everblades as the Icemen get the puck over the line. Lodermeyer tripped up. Cannot get the pass away because of it as Florida clears it out to the Jacksonville end. Andrew Pesky first on the puck, the North Dakota product. University of North Dakota, I should say. With the help of Brendan Warren, they'll play it into the offensive end. And a forecheck from Jacksonville gets it loose to the blue line. It's Jason Binkley. Wrister in a screen. It never reached the net. Everblades will ice it. And it's going to be an offensive zone draw for Jacksonville with 2:16 to go in the second period. On these icing calls, the Icemen, the offensive team, I should say, get to choose what face-off dot they want the draw to be on. They're going to choose the right-hand side. Christopher Brown against John McCarron on the drop of the puck, and it went right in on net. McCarron won the draw, but it went right to a goaltender, Devin Cooley, who was caught a little by surprise there. He's able to cover it up and get another draw. And because of that, Florida is able to get some fresh bodies out on the ice also, so a bit of a break there for Florida. Brown stays on the ice for the Icemen, making his Jacksonville debut against Michael Huntebrinker on the draw, and he wins it, Brown does. Right wing circle, double teamed by Florida. Brendan Warren tries to keep the puck in the offensive zone with the help of Brown. They do briefly. Florida gets it back. They'll skate with a three-man rush through center ice. Huntebrinker on his backhand. Stops on a man, tries to feed to the blue line, but it's picked off by Matt Marquardt. Now it's a 3-on-3 rush for Jacksonville. Marquardt chips and chases. And a big hit by Marquardt on Alex Kyle, but Florida still has the puck, and they'll play it safely to center ice. Bouncing puck there. Everblades have it inside their own line. Stefan LeBlanc ahead for Levko Koper. Can't gain the zone. It's Mike Zmatula trying to clear it in. He can't do it either. Still bottled up at center ice. McKernan golfs it away from a man. Still tangled up at center. The Icemen finally come away with it. Chase Harrison, long outlet pass. That's intercepted by the Everblades. Skating into the zone is LeBlanc. Looks to center, but Harrison stands him up against the glass. Kyle Neuber on his backhand for the Everblades. Towards the blue line for Petgrave. Double team and a stick comes up high from Petgrave, but no call there. The Icemen still trying to clear it away. 2-on-2 along the wall. It's pried loose by Jacksonville. Chase Harrison off the boards and out into the Florida end for an icing. With 55.7 seconds to go in this second period. Jacksonville scored in the final minute of the first period. Can they do it again? In this case, they'll have to start with a defensive zone draw and bring it in offensively. And Jacksonville's first goal of the game in that final minute of the first period, the Icemen, that goal started with an offensive zone draw that ultimately resulted in Mike Zmatula's goal as Neville gets a shot away and a save made by the Icemen's netminder, Eamon McAdam. Going down to grab that one in his midsection and take the face off. Line change for the Icemen. Cam Critchlow out there with Christopher Brown and Craig Martin. Martin has the only goal of this second period for either team, closing the deficit to 3-2. And the Icemen win this face-off. Skating with it is Andrew Pesky. It's a four-man rush ahead for Martin, who will tap it into the corner in Florida's end. Logan Rowe takes the body in him. Could have been an interference, but they do not call it. Florida will clear it away back into the Jacksonville end. 28 seconds to go in the second period. It's Michael Kim for Pesky. Long outlet pass goes by everybody. Icing again against Jacksonville with 20.5 seconds to go in the second period. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll again go through your plays of the week from last weekend. We'll tell you what's ahead for the Jacksonville Icemen. Draw is going to be to Eamon McAdams left. Big face-off here for the Icemen. They do win it. Chipping it off glass safely to center ice. Cam Critchlow takes the body on a man, tries to get it loose for Martin at center. It is Hebig for the Everblades. 10 seconds to go in the period. Stolen by the Icemen up the right wing side. Maybe one final rush, but it's poked away by Florida. 3 seconds to go. Everblades over the blue line with 2 seconds. They're going to run out of time before they can get a shot away. The horn sounds, and the Icemen will head into the locker room, still with some momentum. They are really making a game out of this. The opening 10 minutes had to be thrown into the dumpster. They were down 3-0 at the 8:04 mark of the first period. But since then, they have righted the ship, scoring in the final minute of the first period, a goal from Mike Zmatula, his second of the year from Michael Kim and Kevin McKernan. And in the second period, after a wonderful penalty kill from the Icemen, it is Craig Martin getting his first of the year. What a shot it was from Martin. Top shelf, short side, just under the bar. His first of the year from Cam Critchlow and Matt Philippe at 4:37. Shots on goal in that period, not many for either team. Florida has 6 for a 2-period total of 19. The Icemen only 3 for a 2-period total of only 9. But on the scoreboard, the Icemen are definitely within striking distance. They trail only 3-2. What was once 3-0 is now 3-2. And we'll see if the Icemen can have some drama set up for them in the final 20 minutes of regulation, looking to beat the Florida Everblades, trying to give them their first loss of the season. We will take a break and return momentarily. 3-2, the Florida Everblades have the lead over the Jacksonville Icemen after 2 periods of play. This is Jacksonville Iceman Hockey on Mixlr and FlowHockey.tv.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Iceman home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Iceman hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Iceman home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. or log on to jacksiceman.com. Iceman Hockey, feel the freeze.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slap shot off the glove and in! Now for the net, he scores! Right there, he scores! out to the blue line. Shot, score! Rodney scores!
Let's rewrite the record book.
It's a hat trick.
He skates in over the line. Deeks shoots. In the slot. Shot. Save. Game is over.
Hello, fans, and welcome to this week's ECHL Plays of the Week. I am Andrew Smith, the voice of the Indy Fuel. We begin this week in Greenville, where the Swamp Rabbits hosted the Florida Everblades in a pair of weekend games. On Saturday night, Everblades rookie Patrick Harper scored his league-leading 5th goal of the season to give Florida a 3-1 third-period lead in an eventual 5-1 victory. Mike Folta has the call on the Everblades broadcast network.
Janot got in front of that and blocked it out to center. Here comes Harper across the blue line for the Blades. Dances around a man in front. He scores! How good is this kid? Patrick Harper has his 5th of the year, and it's 3-1 Florida.
Harper has scored in every game this season, leading the Everblades to a 4-0 start. On Friday night, when the two teams met, Greg Morellis made his pro debut for the Swamp Rabbits and wasted little time recording his first professional goal.
Dancing in on the wrap now. Finkelstein looking at the rebound. They score! It's Greg Morellis in his pro debut, giving the Swamp Rabbits a 2-1 lead.
That's Matt Trust on the Swamp Rabbits broadcast network. Morellis' tally gave the Swamp Rabbits a 2-0 lead, but Greenville would go on to fall to Florida 6-3. Players scoring their first professional goals will be a theme of this week's Plays of the Week. We have more in Wheeling, where the Nailers hosted Orlando in a 2-game weekend set. The Nailers had 2 players score their first pro goals in the second period of Saturday's game against the Solar Bears. We begin with Lawton Courtnall, who tallied his first goal short-handed to tie the game 1-1.
Miller, the steal, goes off of Huntington. Big ups, Alfaro, the steal. It's a short-handed breakaway. Alfaro, the shot, save, rebound, score! Lawton Courtnall! His first professional goal is a short-handed goal as he follows up the Alfaro shot, and it's 1-1 with 3:22 left in the second.
That's DJ Absola with the call on Mix 97.1 WKWK in Wheeling. Later in the period, Felix Robert scored the Nailers' first power play goal of the season to give Wheeling its first lead of the year at 2-1.
Rivera going behind the net, banks it up to Jolie at the left point, wrists it, Robert, left side shot, he scores! Felix Robert! Welcome to the first party, his first pro goal, bar and down on the power play. 12.8 to go in the second. 2-1. Nailers are in the lead.
Orlando would tie the game up and send it to overtime. Solar Bears defenseman Alex Green made a major contribution early in overtime when he broke up a critical 2-on-1 chance in the extra frame. Then, he got an opportunity to step up in the offensive zone.
Nikinich on the left-hand side now. Luchuk to his right along with Green. Green receives the pass at the circle. Tries to put it in front. Off the toe of a Nailers player. It caromed off the skate. Nikinich holds the line across to Green. High slot. Luchuk looks ahead. Green all alone. Shoots. Score! Alex Green wins it for the Solar Bears in overtime. Final score 3-2. The first pro goal for the Cornell University product. And the Solar Bears sweep the Nailers for the weekend series. 4 points in the bag, and they're headed home.
That was Jesse Liebman on the Solar Bears broadcast network. That was Green's first career goal and gave Orlando a 2-game weekend sweep of the Nailers to improve to 2-1 on the season. That will do it for this week's ECHL Plays of the Week. This is Andrew Smith, wishing you all a very happy new year.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Full and half-season Iceman Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. or log on to jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
We are back at the Publix rink in downtown Jacksonville at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on Mixlr and on flowhockey.tv. Great contest right now between the Jacksonville Icemen and Florida Everblades. It's a 3-2 contest with Florida on top. It was 3-0 just over 8 minutes into the game. But Jacksonville has chipped away. They scored in the final minute of the first period. Connect for another one from Craig Martin at the 4:37 mark of period number 2. That's where we stand right now. Jacksonville still only has 9 shots on goal through 2 periods. But they are the team that has the momentum right now. And they're the ones who carried the play in that second period, despite only having 3 shots on goal. Florida didn't do much either, by the way, for their part. They only had 6 shots on net, none of them memorable. I don't remember Eamon McAdam making any kind of quality saves in that second period, unlike the first period, when even though he allowed 3 goals, he was under duress the entire 20 minutes. And actually made a couple of key stops just to keep it at the score that it was at the time. But I think Jacksonville carried the play. They had most of the offensive possession time. If you're looking at possession time, especially offensive zone time, we don't have that statistic here at the ECHL level, but I guarantee you that would have gone Jacksonville's way in that second period. And now a little extra momentum going into the third period, where Jacksonville tries to find a way to come back against the Florida Everblade team that is so good and so talented from top to bottom. But you never know. It only takes one. Maybe send this game to OT. Maybe we have an OT finish. The Icemen have not been in an overtime game yet this year, nor has Florida for that matter. And we could be set up for a very exciting finish. Coming up next for the Icemen, let's go through the remainder of the week. It's a 3-game week for Jacksonville, including this one tonight, and it gets right back going tomorrow. The Icemen will stay at home tonight in their own beds, but they face the Orlando Solar Bears tomorrow evening in Orlando. The quick 2-hour and change drive down to downtown O-Town, as the Icemen will try and beat the Solar Bears in the first meeting of the year between those two clubs. Orlando currently 2-1 on the season, having defeated the Wheeling Nailers on a pair of occasions up in Wheeling last weekend. You may have even heard that on the Plays of the Week, as brought to you earlier by Andrew Smith. So that game, again, I don't want to say every game is critical. It seems like every game is critical, but when you're 1-4 on the year and you need some victories, yeah, these games are pretty pivotal. They all count, all 72 of them. And the Icemen have got to find a way to start feeling good about themselves. It's not so much just about getting back into the standings. It's about feeling good about yourself, feeling good about the game that you're playing, and having some confidence instilled in this club, which has had quite a few changes over the opening 2 weeks of the regular season. So that's what's ahead for the Icemen at Orlando tomorrow. They are back at home this Saturday night, kicking off 2021, which I know everybody cannot wait for, is the new year. And the Icemen will be starting 2021 here at home Saturday, January 2nd against the South Carolina Stingrays. It'll be the third meeting between those two teams. Jacksonville lost the first two of them by scores of 2-1 at home and then 5-1 on the road last weekend in Charleston. The Icemen will be back at home again on January 9th. They'll host the Orlando Solar Bears for that one. Those are the next two home games for Jacksonville. It's each of the next 2 Saturday nights. We certainly hope to see you here in downtown Jacksonville. We could use you, the fans, and since we are Florida, and since everything is open in the state of Florida, it seems like, make sure you make your way here. We are playing things extremely safe. If you're worried about that, you certainly have a right to be worried, but not here at this arena. They are doing such a good job of keeping everybody socially distanced, masks on for everybody, pod seating, so you're not really close to anybody, running at about 30+% capacity. So make sure you make your way here. Get your tickets early because they are not always going to be available because they are on such a limited basis. We will take one more break and return momentarily. Third period just a few minutes away from getting started as the Icemen trail the Florida Everblades by a count of 3-2. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on flowhockey.tv and on Mixlr.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksiceman.com. Iceman Hockey, feel the freeze. The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Iceman home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff. NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game, Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face-Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
Back in downtown Jacksonville, thank you so much for being with us on the Icemen Broadcast Network. Arlie Johnson with you as the Icemen look to complete a 3-goal comeback. They're 2/3 of the way there, but they are down 3-2 as we begin the third period of play. Both teams skating at 5 aside. Jacksonville in their home gray unis with the aviator blue on the shoulder tops and across the hip. Florida in their road Kelly green jerseys with blue trim and white numerals. We are underway. Third period, puck drop. And Jacksonville has possession. It is Brendan Warren in his own end, left side for Michael Kim. And the Icemen break out of their zone well, but do not complete the clear in. They lose it at center ice, and it's the Everblades that will dump it in. And a steal by Neuber, who drives it wide of the net. Downing with a shot and a screen, and a save is made by McAdam. Rebound comes up high for the Icemen. Here comes Brendan Warren out to center ice. Miles Powell strips it loose from him, dropping it back into his own end. And Logan Rowe possesses for the Everblades. Rowe fans on his pass, but he goes right to his teammate, Downing. Cross ice for McCarron. He is being hounded. Getting a piece of it is Nick Saracino back into the corner, and Saracino is first on the puck. Couldn't set up Jared Van Wormer, and Blake Winicky moves into the zone for Florida. He'll chip in and chase after it. McAdam around the wall. Florida steals it, and a pad save made by McAdam. Rebound comes up high for Van Wormer. With a three-man rush, Saracino to the left side. Walking in, centering feed, and a penalty coming on Florida as Binkley shoots it through the crease. There's your penalty call. Wonderful passing play as Nick Saracino very nearly made this a tie hockey game. Excellent work there from Jacksonville as Stefan LeBlanc goes into the box. And a power play for the Icemen with an opportunity to even the score here at 3. Florida has not allowed a power play goal all year. 25 for 25 on the penalty kill. I would say that now would be a perfect time to break that streak. Jacksonville on the draw. Florida wins it. Koper clears it. Goes all the way down to McAdam. He'll let it go for Andrew Pesky. Pesky trying to go around the man. He'll spin away from Levko Koper and start the rush. Pesky up the right wing side. Drop pass for Van Wormer. Give and go, Van Wormer over the blue line. The Icemen are onside as Van Wormer lost an edge but keeps it in the zone. Around the boards to the far side. Held in by Brendan Warren. Behind the net to the right circle, it's Zmatula. Down low, it's Saracino. Saracino back for Zmatula. Playing it into the corner again. Centering feed into the bumper. Van Wormer with a shot. Save is made by Cooley. Excellent setup for Jared Van Wormer, but he just couldn't finish it off. Then Florida will clear the zone. As good a power play as we've seen here from Jacksonville as well tonight. Still 1:06 to go on the man advantage. It's Michael Kim right up the middle for the Icemen. To the right for Binkley. It's out of his reach. McCarron gets the steal. He'll pass it to Michael Neville. Neville trying to go 1-on-2. Kim takes the body, but Neville's going to kill a little time. Kim now gets possession of the puck. Here come the Icemen through center ice. Getting to center and tapping in. Being first on the puck there is Matt Philippe. Binkley looking to hold it in. Bouncing puck. It is controlled and cleared by the Everblades. 35 seconds to go on the man advantage. The Icemen with 2 great chances in the opening minutes of this third period, trying to tie this hockey game. Jason Binkley for the Icemen. Backhanding it off glass behind the Everblade net. Stolen away by Florida. Miles Powell will skate with it. Going wide on Binkley. He's over the blue line shorthanded. Powell with a backhander and a save made by McAdam. He'll be forced to cover it up and take the face-off with 10 seconds left on Stefan LeBlanc's penalty. So it appears that the Icemen will not be able to puncture the Florida net while on the power play. But a nice start to this third period. Jason Christie, the head coach, has to be very happy with the battle back that he's gotten back from his team tonight after trailing 3-0 in the opening 8 minutes and change of this game to a team that was already 5-0 when you come in with a 3-game losing streak. But credit to the Icemen, just to even make this one a contest. One final rush for Jacksonville. Christopher Brown through center ice. He's over the blue line. Leaves it for Nazarian, who hit the outside of the post with a sneaky wrist shot from the high slot in a screen. Teams are back at full strength as the Icemen have it in the offensive zone. It's Nazarian on his backhand. Throws it through the crease. It's tapped aside by Cooley. Held in by the Icemen. Nazarian behind the net. Leaves the puck there for Warren. Around the boards to the blue line. Unable to hold it in is Chase Harrison. He'll chase it down at the red line. Feeding it to the right for Pesky. Pesky takes a hit from Cody Soul. Back behind the Everblade net. Poked away there by Jacksonville. Nazarian looks to center. Cannot get it in front. Double team here. Forechecking is Brendan Warren. Trying to knock it free, but Florida has possession. It is Cody Soul to the left side. And Florida will be able to clear it in on net. Arvin Atwall got the clear in. Jacksonville behind their own net taking a hit. It's Andrew Pesky. And Florida's forecheck will play it in deep. Pesky spinning away from Kyle Neuber. Surveys his territory, comes right up the middle and feeds to the left wing side. Cross ice, well received by Nick Saracino into the zone. Has it poke checked away by Downing at the blue line. Excellent work by McKernan to hold it in. Wrist shot is blocked in front, swept into the corner by Florida. Held in by Jacksonville briefly, but the Everblades get it back. And Matt Petgrave will feed it to the left wing for Alex Kyle. Kyle loses it. Odd man rush, Van Wormer in alone, forehand, score! Matt Philippe has tied this game at 3. Van Wormer with the steal, feeds Philippe, who has his first professional goal, and it couldn't have come at a better time. It's a 3-3 hockey game. The Icemen have come all the way back from 3-0 down against the league-leading Everblades. 15:19 to go. Philippe beats Cooley 5-hole on the forehand. And the crowd is on their feet. What a wonderful play by Kevin McKernan just outside the blue line for that steal. He set up Van Wormer. Each of them will get an assist at 4:41 of period number 3. Philippe's first goal as a pro. Van Wormer and McKernan assisting. Can the Icemen complete this comeback? Already at 3-3, but they've got to find a way to get the go-ahead goal now. Florida with the puck in their own end. Here's Joe Massa with your goal call.
Goal of the season, number 17, Matt Philippe. Assisted by number 21, Jared Van Wormer. And number 3, Kevin McKernan. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 41
Jacksonville tries to clear. McCarron can't get a good shot away from the slot. He was all alone there, but the pass was handcuffed him. Florida back into the offensive zone, but Michael Kim will beat Atwall to the puck, and he gets spilled in a penalty on Florida. So another chance here for Jacksonville, as Michael Kim got spilled behind his own net. Arvin Atwall protesting the call, but he is going to get nowhere with that argument with referee Alex Normandin. It's a power play for Jacksonville, and now Michael Downing going after Michael Kim as Atwall gets escorted to the penalty box. Crowd on their feet. They are loving it right now. And now, look at Alex Normandin, the referee. He is pointing at Atwall like Atwall is a 5-year-old child who did something naughty. Alex Normandin pointing a finger at him as if he was trying to start a fight himself. I am sure where's the effect of get in the box, take your 2 minutes, and deal with it. Or else it's going to be even worse for you. Jacksonville on the power play. They win the draw. It's Jack Ashawn, who we have not seen much from, but he's out on the ice right now. For Zmatula, playing it down low, centering feed, all alone, forehand save is made. Rebound for Jacksonville. At the right point, it's Ashawn. Ashawn shoveling it into the corner. Looking for Zmatula, back for Ashawn at the right point. Feeds it to the half wall for Zmatula. Ashawn gets it back, fakes the shot, now takes the shot, deflected, save is made, rebound is loose, another save. All Jacksonville right now. Zmatula for Ashawn at the right point. Ashawn for Zmatula at the half boards. Playing it down low, centering feed into the bumper. Van Wormer can't get the shot away. Jacksonville gets it back. It is Saracino taking a hit. Ashawn with a drive. Save is made in front and finally cleared away by Florida. Ashawn's got a good one-timer, but that shot didn't make it all the way there. A minute to go on this power play. Ashawn stays on the ice. Let's go Icemen, the chant from the crowd as Ashan plays it up the left wing side. They are onside. Going wide on a man is Matt Philippe. Feeds it to the point, tries to get it to the blue line, and it is knocked away. Foot race for the puck. Binkley beats Levko Koper to it. Excellent hustle from Jason Binkley. Cross ice, well received is Matt Philippe on that pass, but he has to track it down at center ice now. Kicking it back for Michael Kim. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Kim through center ice, right up the middle. Chips it into the air to the right side of Cooley. Philippe is first on the puck. Trying to get it free for Marquardt. Now it's Binkley. Cross ice look. Michael Kim back for Binkley. Top of the circle. Into the slot. Looking for Lodermeyer who can't pull the trigger, but it's held in by Binkley. Binkley, right circle, looking for Marquardt in front. He couldn't redirect it home. The Icemen keep it in. Lodermeyer to the left circle. Cross ice look. It's Binkley. Centering feed knocked away by Florida, who is at full strength. All Jacksonville, but Florida clears it out. Nearly had a 2-on-1. Instead, it's going to be icing against Florida. Chances galore for Jacksonville to try and take their first lead of the night. Everything but the goal on that power play. We are still deadlocked at 3 with 12:30 to go in the third period. What a period this has been for Jacksonville. They've already tied it up from Matt Philippe and have had numerous chances to take the lead. Face off to Devin Cooley's right. Won by the Icemen. Left circle, trying to feed it to the right side. It's Pesky. Cannot pull the trigger on a shot. He'll spin away from Atwall. Playing it down low for Nazarian. Back to the point for Martin, covering. His wrist shot goes over the crossbar all the way to the blue line. Martin at the left circle now, spins away from a man. He's double teamed, but feeds it to Critchlow at the left wing circle. Tapping it into the corner, and the cycling game being done by Jacksonville. Shot by Harrison is blocked into the boards. Nazarian keeps it in for the Icemen. Critchlow behind the net, looks to center. On his backhand, turns away from Logan Rowe, gets it to the blue line for Harrison. Cross ice for Andrew Pesky. Pesky just holds it in for Critchlow. Looking for Nazarian at the blue line, who again holds it in. And the Icemen now will change up as Florida finally gets the puck. Pinching in is Pesky. He will hold it in, leaving it puck for Brendan Warren. Wrist shot on net and a save made by Cooley. Rebound controlled by Jacksonville behind the net. Marquardt tries to center, using his big frame. He's got the puck. Moves it all the way into the slot. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Comes back to Florida finally, and they will skate with it through the neutral zone. It is Hebig going wide on Kim, a pair of number 8s. Kim with a big body check on Hebig, knocked him off the puck. Comes loose for the near side for Jacksonville. Warren tries to clear out, unable to do so. Petgrave cross ice look. It is LeBlanc with a drive. That is blocked by Jacksonville. It comes high for the Icemen. Clearing it out is Christopher Brown. 3-3 hockey game, 10:52 to go in the third period. The Icemen nearly get the steal in the offensive end. They couldn't get it. Florida fortunate to get it to center ice, and they will be the ones dumping it into the zone. Jacksonville right back. 2-on-1 if they hustle. Saracino to the left side. Centering feed for Saracino. Can't get the shot away. Puck is still loose, but Florida has it. It is Matula and Saracino trying to work that 2-on-1. Jacksonville has it in the neutral zone. Binkley's lead pass deflected in by Saracino. Florida is really on their heels, and a giveaway. Ashan tries to spin away from Neuber. Moves to the left wing, gets a shot towards net that's blocked in front by the Everblades. McCarron tracks it down for Florida. Jacksonville gets a line change. Nearing the halfway point of this third period of a 3-3 hockey game. It was 3-0 Florida just 8 minutes into the contest. The Icemen have come all the way back. Downing's long outlet pass, nobody home, icing Everblades. With 9:55 to go in the third. All Jacksonville in this third period. They've got 5 shots on goal. Florida with only 2. The Icemen have had numerous other chances that never made it on net. Centering feeds that were deflected wide or just missing a stick. Face-off is to Cooley's right, controlled by Florida. It is Downing for Marchant. Downing gets it back at the red line and slams it in. McAdam blocks it behind the net. Around the wall, Lodermeyer deflects it out to center. It's Logan Rowe for the Everblades. Lead pass for Kyle Neuber, who will deflect into the zone. Andrew Pesky and Neuber collide into the corner. Comes loose for the Icemen. Carrying up the right wing is Chase Harrison. Wing-to-wing feed over the blue line is Philippe. Philippe in the left circle. Feeds it in front, and a save is made by Cooley off the shot from Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer on his backhand at the left wing corner. Tries to tap it down low for Nazarian. Nazarian centering feed. Forehand. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Jacksonville's got it. Backhander and a save made by Cooley. Penalty coming as well. It's going to be on the Everblades. All Jacksonville in this third period. They have done everything but take the lead. We'll take a break. It's a 3-3 hockey game. The Icemen will be on the power play when we come back. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
What a hockey game this has been here in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Icemen tied with the Florida Everblades 3-3. The Icemen on the power play with just over 9 minutes to go in the third period. Florida gets a steal. Can they skate 2-on-1? Possibly over the blue line. It just never did develop. Jack Ashawn kind of blew that play up before it really got started for Florida. And the Icemen will have to start in their own zone on this power play. Zmatula for Van Wormer. Over the blue line for Saracino. Saracino tries to get it to the blue line. Picked off there by Florida. Here's McCarron with Neville. Neville can't receive the aerial pass, and McAdam will leave the puck for the Icemen. It's Ashawn for Zmatula, right wing for Van Wormer. Drop pass for Ashawn at his own blue line. Ashawn ahead for Van Wormer, taps it over the blue line. He's got possession in the corner. Jared Van Wormer, who was just acquired by the Allen Americans. He's making his home debut for the Icemen. Around the boards we go, all the way to the point. Can Ashawn get there? Yes, with some hustle. Around the boards and into the corner we go for Matt Marquardt. Or it's Saracino, rather. Ashawn for Saracino. Ashawn into the slot. Great feed. A shot from Saracino. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Still loose. It's covered up. Zmatula tries to flip it over the body of Cooley and couldn't quite get it over him. It is covered by Cooley. And Jacksonville continues to pepper the Florida net. How they have not taken the lead yet is beyond me. But it's a good-looking power play here from Jacksonville yet again. .49 seconds remaining on this man advantage for the Icemen. Jacksonville sends out their second power play unit. There's a lot of beef up front here for Jacksonville. Derek Lodermeyer at center at 6'2". Matt Marquardt on the right wing at 6'3". In the slot, it's Matt Philippe at 6'2". A lot of weight up front. Jacksonville gets it loose. They have it at the blue line. Jason Binkley, right point, into the slot. Wrister is deflected wide by Lodermeyer. Rebound comes for the Everblades, who will clear it back to the Jacksonville line. Michael Kim for Binkley. Binkley, lead pass ahead. Lodermeyer beats Winicky to the puck. He's got some speed, the big fella does. Lodermeyer behind the Florida net. All the way around the boards we go. Trying to feed it back to the blue line. Picked off there by Florida. They will skate with it. Possible 3-on-2 if they hustle. Over the blue line, it's Miles Powell. Wrist shot goes well wide. Comes to Marquardt for Jacksonville. One final rush on the power play for the Icemen. Binkley wrists it around the wall. All the way to the far side. LeBlanc first on it. Pinching in there are the Icemen to keep it in the zone. Marquardt on the backhand keeps it in. To the blue line. It is Pesky with a wrist shot. Save is made. No rebound as teams go to full strength. 7 minutes even to go in the third period. It's a 3-3 hockey game. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Arlie Johnson with you on flowhockey.tv. We are set up for a dramatic finish one way or the other. It's a 3-3 hockey game. Exactly 7 minutes to go in regulation. The Icemen trailed 3-0 just over 8 minutes into the game. They have clawed their way back. A goal in the first, a goal in the second, and one early in the third to tie the game. They've been knocking on the doorstep this entire period to take their first lead of the game, unable to do so yet. Play has resumed. Puck is in the offensive end for Jacksonville, but Florida clears it out. Does it have enough steam for an icing? No, it doesn't quite reach the goal line, and now it's Florida forechecking. They try to center, but it's knocked free by the Icemen. Playing it up the wall, Nazarian for Martin. Great play to get around a man. Feeding it for Nazarian, tapping it just over the Florida blue line. Alex Kyle digs it loose for Levko Koper. Koper, who last year broke the hearts of the Icemen with a game-winning goal with about 20 seconds remaining in regulation last year. Florida gets a shot away. That whistles wide to the short side. Comes off the boards for Jacksonville. Taking a big hit there is Martin from behind by Koper. No call, but Jacksonville gets it back. Chipping up the boards for Nazarian with some speed. Nazarian at the circle. Spinorama, and he score! Oh my goodness! What a goal! Aaron Nazarian has put the Icemen on top 4-3 with a spinorama! I think he fanned on the shot on the 360, and that's what fooled Devin Cooley. As he tried to go all the way around, Cooley was expecting Nazarian to put that puck to his forehand. He never got it to his forehand because it slid off the toe of his stick and ended up going right through the pads of Cooley and into the net. Aaron Nazarian, what a goal. 4-3 Icemen. Here's Joe with your call. We have a stoppage in play. We've got to catch our breath as the Icemen finally have knocked the door down. They've been knocking on it all period to take the lead. They have now done so. As Aaron Nazarian on a goal that he may not ever forget. And if the Icemen can hang on for the next 5:47, this may be a game that the fans will never forget here in Jacksonville. The diehard season ticket holders, this is the kind of game that you will talk about for a long time, but you have to finish the job too. Jacksonville has come all the way back, but there's still time left on the clock. 5:47 to go. That was Nazarian's second goal of the year. Craig Martin, the only assist on a 360 goal from Aaron Nazarian that fooled Devin Cooley and slid over the goal line and into the net. Cooley was standing on his head for about the last 10 minutes to keep this game tied. That is one that he would certainly love to have back. What a comeback this would be for the Icemen. Florida has the puck in their own zone. I'm very curious to see if the Icemen keep the pressure on or if they now fall into a defensive shell now that they have their first lead of the game. The Icemen try to clear the puck out of their own zone. They can't do it yet. Soul shot is blocked. Rebound comes up high. The Icemen have it. They'll skate with it. Van Wormer gains the red line before a backhand clear in cross corner. The fans are all over Devin Cooley right now, telling him it's all his fault. May not be all his fault, but I'm sure he feels some shame right now, like Denny Lemieux in Slapshot. Jacksonville clears into the zone, looking to pressure on the forecheck. They get the puck free. Brendan Warren couldn't center, though. Everblades get it back. Christopher Brown now holds it into the zone. It is Marquardt leaving it for Brown. Brown can't get the shot away. Big collision and a penalty coming. Is this going to be on Warren? Yes, it will. Brendan Warren in a collision, a lower body collision with Cameron Hebig, and Warren's going to be the one going into the box for tripping. So this comeback is certainly not complete yet. They've got a huge penalty kill here, trying to stay on top. Quick hello to a couple of Icemen fans out there. Isabella Jolene saying yes, Icemen fan, who is a little nervous. Christine Stiller is in there with a woot woot. Got a good crowd on Mixler and, of course, on flowhockey.tv. Power play number 5 for Florida. They are 0 for 4 thus far. Everblades have the puck. Right side. Coley Stoll broke his stick. Look out as the stick blade went all the way into the crowd. Hopefully everybody's okay as the puck goes out to center ice. Jacksonville with a great back check, but they can't clear the puck. Everblades keep it in the zone, but the centering feed goes off an arm by Craig Martin, and now it comes back to the Florida blue line. Still plenty of time on this power play for the Everblades, but time is ticking away on the third period clock. 4:17 to go in the third period. Florida through the neutral zone. Clean entry into the zone. Big hit by Binkley on Powell, but Powell keeps the puck. For Soul, centering feed, deflected wide by Winicky. Comes up high for Powell at the near side half boards. Powell on his backhand to the blue line for Rowe. Fakes the shot. Powell at the left face-off dot. Back to the line for Rowe. Cross ice, Soul with a drive. That is deflected wide. Comes back for Powell at the near side boards. Seam pass, deflected away by Jacksonville. Harrison couldn't get his stick away. He thought that he was getting his stick held, but we play on. Puck goes off a skate, and it comes back to the Florida blue line. 50 seconds to go on the power play for the Everblades. Logan Rowe, indirect feed for Tommy Marchand. He'll drop it back for Kyle, who circles the back of his net and accelerates out of his own zone. To the left wing for Hunter Brinker. Hunter Brinker over the blue line. McCarron with a drive. Blocked in front. Rebound cleared. Tremendous penalty killing from the Icemen all night long tonight. 27 seconds to go on the power play for Florida. Hebig through the neutral zone. To the left wing for Hunter Brinker. Pesky defends on him. Around the wall, Lodermeyer got a piece of it. Chipping it ahead. Can Jacksonville clear? You bet they can. With the help of Cameron Critchlow. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Hunter Brinker's into the zone onside. Left wing, cross ice look. Goes to the circle and a save made by McAdam with no rebound as time expires on Warren's penalty. Teams are back at full strength. Florida 0 for 5 on the power play. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third period. Jacksonville leads 4-3, erasing a 3-0 first period deficit. Face-off will be to the left of Eamon McAdam. Every draw crucial at this point. It's Mike Zmatula taking the draw for the Icemen. Opposing him, Michael Neville. All this being done without Jacksonville's captain, Wasey Rabbit, as the Everblades win this face-off. Petgrave into the slot. What a block from Jacksonville. Mike Zmatula got the block. Florida was set up beautifully in the high slot, but Zmatula wouldn't let that shot go on goal. Puck is bottled up at center ice now. Nobody can find the handle to it yet. Right between the two team benches. Squirts loose for Coper, who will backhand it into the left of McAdam. Ashawn on the puck first, trying to take it away. Back to the high boards. Saracino looks to clear. Can't do it. McAdam will block it behind his own net and flip it around the boards himself. By everybody and out of the zone. This will be icing, however, against Jacksonville. Clock stops with 2:04 to go in the contest. Jason Christie arguing with the referee that shouldn't have been called icing. He thought that Florida got a piece of it on the clear attempt. We'll keep an eye on Devin Cooley, the Florida goaltender. He is still on the ice for now. Also curious if Florida is going to call a timeout. Meanwhile, referee Alex Normandin is telling the Florida team, get back on the ice or call your timeout, one or the other. Florida elects to utilize their one and only timeout. And with this draw in the offensive zone, now we'll really see if Devin Cooley heads to the bench. Wasey Rabbit out after suffering an injury Saturday night against Florida. Isabella Jolene wondering that. Don't know the severity of it, but we know that he's not in action tonight for sure. I want to thank Zoe Danger for catching the Denny Lemieux reference, by the way. One of my favorites. Thank you, Zoe, and all the Icemen fans out there. So let's set the scene for you. Devin Cooley has left for the bench. Florida has 6 skaters on the ice with an empty net behind them. For the Icemen, Christopher Brown making his Iceman debut, taking this critical defensive zone faceoff for Jacksonville. Eamon McAdam, deep in his crease for now, staring to his left. Waiting for the drop of the puck, Everblades control. Top of the circle, it's Petgrave to the blue line for LeBlanc. Left side in a one-timer. Unable to get good wood on it was Hebig. Florida gets it back with Kyle for Hebig at the blue line. Cross ice, it's LeBlanc. Hebig gets it back. Another shot block, this time from Van Wormer. Florida throws it through the crease. Unable to get a shot on goal, but they still have the puck. To the blue line for Kyle with 1:40 to go in the contest. Kyle, right point. Left side for LeBlanc. LeBlanc walks the line. Feeds it to the left wing for Hebig. Defending is Van Wormer. Near side half boards, it's McCarron. Playing it down low for Hunterbrinker. Centering feed. Goes into the corner. Saracino looks to clear. Along the boards we go. Out to the zone and out of the zone. It's Christopher Brown clearing it out. Too soft for icing. Will play on. 1:12 to go in the game. Hebig spins it away for Hunterbrinker. Florida back into the zone. Hunterbrinker beats a man. Centering feed. Oh, what a stop! Eamon McAdam saves the day with 1:01 to go. The Icemen still clinging to this 4-3 lead. Remember that one. That was a 10-beller from Eamon McAdam. Sliding across near post to far post and denying the Everblades the equalizer. As tense as it gets here, with 61 seconds on the clock. Florida has already used their timeout. Faceoff is going to be to McAdam's left. Cam Critchlow on the draw this time for the Icemen. Everblades win it. Last minute of play, Logan Rowe with a shot. Deflected in behind the net. Winicky chases it down, but he gives it up to Jacksonville. Can the Icemen clear? Poked away by Marquardt, not out yet, trying to kick it out of the zone. Pinned up along the wall, about 10 feet away from the blue line. Can Jacksonville play it out of the zone? Clock stops. They're going to call the play dead. It was pinned up along the boards. Maybe it ended up in the equipment of Matt Marquardt. I think that's what happened. It ended up tucked underneath his pants, under his jersey. So an offensive zone face-off here for the Everblades with 40.4 seconds to go. Taking the face-off is Christopher Brown again for Jacksonville. John McCarron opposes him. This time it's to the right of McAdam. The Icemen desperately need a face-off win and clear without icing the puck. Puck is down, Florida wins it. LeBlanc, center point, wrist shot, blocked in front. Comes free for Petgrave. Has it poked away by the Icemen, but still not out. Hunterbrinker at the right wing face-off circle. Moves into the high slot, going wide all the way to the left wing. Dropping it to the line for LeBlanc. Right side in a one-timer. Deflected away by McAdam. He caught it with the paddle of his stick, and it deflects out of play. 19.8 seconds to go. Maybe even caught the shaft of McAdam's stick there, possibly. It knocked the stick right out of his hand. See if we can catch it on the replay, possibly. Yeah, it definitely caught the shaft of McAdam's stick. Face-off is to McAdam's left. Can the Icemen hang on and win a game for the ages? Florida's won the last 3 face-offs. Nobody can get the handle to it this time. Poked away by Jacksonville. They'll have an opportunity to clear, and they get it out of the zone. No icing. 10 seconds left. Florida has it. Steal. Score! Nick Saracino puts the cherry on top. Jacksonville's going to come from behind from 3-0 down. 5 unanswered against the unbeaten Everblades, and the Icemen will win this one. 5-3 is going to be your final. Unassisted goal for Nick Saracino, who knocked that puck out of midair and plants it into the empty net. 19:53, the time of the goal, on an unassisted goal from Nick Saracino. What a game this was for Jacksonville. Kyle Neuber wants a piece of somebody, but he's not going to get the chance. Clock winds down to 0. This one's over. And Jacksonville with a dramatic 5-3 victory. They have defeated the Florida Everblades. This is the kind of game that can kickstart a season for you. Talk about some drama. This one had everything. And Jacksonville celebrating on the ice right now. They know how big this one is. They'll all come to the center ice faceoff circle. Sticks up high for the fans, as well they should be. But the sticks up high should be for the players on this one, and give a nod to Jason Christie as well, the head coach of the Jacksonville Icemen, making sure that his group stayed composed, down 3-0 against the first place and undefeated Everblades. This team did not quit when they easily could have folded the tent. But Jacksonville with a goal in the first to make it 3-1, one in the second to make it 3-2, still trailing after 2, and they get 3 unanswered in the third period. What a game this was from the Icemen. It's a game I won't soon forget, and I imagine you fans won't forget it anytime soon either. We'll have your 3 stars of the game in just a moment. Many to choose from here from Jacksonville. Really a team effort to come back from this one. I'd like to give a nod to the head coach, Jason Christie, just for keeping his group mentally in this contest when they didn't necessarily have to be. This is a team that had lost 3 in a row coming in. You're playing a team that looked like world beaters in their opening 5 games and of 1 period. And Jacksonville somehow comes back from a dreadful start in this contest. And what a beautiful finish it was. Here are your 3 stars from Joe Massa.
From your Jacksonville Icemen, number 29, Craig Martin. And your number 2 star of the night, also from your Jacksonville Icemen, number 17, Matt Philippe. And your number 1 star of the game tonight's game-winning goal, number 22, Ara Nazarian.
So Aaron Nazarian gets the nod as your number 1 star of the game tonight. It was his spinorama game-winning goal, a 360 around the Florida defender, and slides the puck underneath Devin Cooley for the game-winning goal tonight. Jacksonville coming from 3-0 down, 5 unanswered goals, including 3 in the third period. What a performance, what a comeback tonight from your Jacksonville Icemen. With the victory, they improved to 2-4 on the season. Florida, their first loss of the year, now 5-1. And Jacksonville is the first team to defeat the Florida Everblades this season. It took everything they had to get it done. Took all 60 minutes, but they did indeed get the job done. What a game for the Jacksonville Icemen as they have defeated the Florida Everblades tonight by a final score of 5-3. The Icemen do not have long to think about this game, but honestly, I think that's a good thing. Jacksonville will go right back on the ice. After a game like this, you want to play again, and they will tomorrow evening in Orlando. another critical one for the Icemen. The first meeting of the year between the Jacksonville Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. You can catch the action on flowhockey.tv and on Mixler.com as the Icemen will look to win in Orlando for the first time ever. You heard me right, ever. But the Icemen certainly got the job done tonight in dramatic fashion with 5 unanswered goals, overcoming a 3-0 deficit and winning this one by a final score of 5-3. What a performance. Want to thank the fans out there that were listening on Mixler and on flowhockey.tv. Quick hello to Iceman fan Christine Steller, Isabella Jolene, Eric Kennedy in there saying that is awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. What a game this was. If you're not going to remember this one, you are not much of an Iceman fan. This one had everything and more. Season ticket holders and Iceman fans all over the place will be remembering this one. Other guys that'll be remembering, Aaron Nazarian for that game-winning goal. How about Matt Philippe, the Boston Bruins prospect, with a goal and an assist, his first 2 points as a professional, including the game-tying goal in the third period. Really a team effort here from the Icemen. 5 goals from 5 different players as well, a goal apiece from them. So balanced scoring from Jacksonville without their team captain as well, without Wasey Rabbit on the ice tonight. Tremendous team effort here from the Jacksonville Icemen. That's going to do it for this broadcast. Man, I wish we could have a doubleheader after this one, but we're just going to have to wait until Saturday for our next broadcast. Next home game for the Icemen, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. The Icemen will be hosting the South Carolina Stingrays. They will try and build on this momentum tomorrow night in Orlando, and hopefully it'll carry over into Saturday night's contest as well. I want to thank everybody at Gemstone Media for providing all the production work for this. Of course, thank you to you, the fans, for tuning in wherever you may be on flowhockey.tv or on Mixler.com. Thanks to Alex Reed, of course, for helping out inside the bubble. Wish you were up here. And for everybody else involved, this is Arlie Johnson saying good night for now. Once again with your final score, the Icemen win it 5-3 over the Florida Everblades. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Happy New Year. Can't wait for 2021.